my lane fast, call it high speed. I've been working hard, yeah, I've been working nightly. If you think you'll win, ha, nah, likely. I be taking shots, yeah, cold-blooded, icy. Watching numbers grow is what I call sightseeing. In the front row, run it up when they hype me. The following grows, they know how to ignite me. Call me CEO, I've been running shit right, see. And I ain't playing games, I create my own lane, making pleasure out of pain, turning losses into gains, I'm the boss, I'm making change. I've been rocking this exchange, popping off and risking things, gonna make a f***ing name. I just wanna be famous, but I don't want that cheap fame. No, I'm not that vain, I just wanna be greatness. 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 Ain't no motherfucker in this world could do it like me. Open up your eyes and insert a little rising. You don't have to love me, you don't have to like me. Got enough love in myself, in my psyche. You should have the same in your brain nightly. If you wanna taste it, you can fucking try me. If you wanna hate it, you know where to find me. And if you go and hate this, you can fucking bite me. Okay, I'm going off every chance I get. I don't really take a loss, well, I'll admit. That's why I'll make it to the top, yeah, I commit. And no, I'm never getting lost, I get after it. Investing in my own stock, cause it's faster than any crypto hits go, let me spend. Everything that you see is something I invent, and it's only a percent. I'm gonna take shots, if I miss all, forget it. I'll take a fat loss just to learn all that's in it. I'm taking snapshots, learning how to fall and get it. I'm getting back up, always stand tall, don't sweat it. I never back up, I don't miss a thing or regret it. I'm always learning, you could call me academic. I'm always working, never been apathetic. That energy is like a poison, needs some antiseptic. Ain't no motherfucker in this world could do it like me. Open up your eyes and insert a little rising. You don't have to love me, you don't have to like me. Got enough love in myself, in my psyche. You should have the same in your brain nightly. If you wanna taste it, you can try me. If you wanna hate this, you know where to find me. And if you go and hate this, you can fight me. Ain't no motherfucker in this world could do it like me. Open up your eyes and insert a little rising. You don't have to love me, you don't have to like me. Got enough love in myself, in my psyche. You should have the same in your brain nightly. If you wanna taste it, you can fucking try me. If you wanna hate it, you know where to find me. And if you go and hate this, you can fucking bite me. No motherfucker in this world can do it like me. Open up your eyes and insert a little rising. You don't have to love me, you don't have to like me. Got enough love in myself.
Hey, hey, beautiful people.
Hey everyone.
Just make sure everyone can hear us. I want to thank Macjay again for being here. And Macjay's now admin on my StreamYard, so she's going to be learning now today to bring up comments and everything. Hi, beautiful spirit time. Ginger,
Hey, Spirit
how are
time.
you? How are you, my darling Ginger? Tammy, Julie, how are you? Hopefully you're back soon. Kaz, my darling, can we have some prayer hands in for Kaz? Because I know at the moment she's not well and she's still here, and I thank you for that, Kaz. I really hope you get well soon.
Yeah,
I
get
know
well
you.
soon.
Yeah, go.
Oh, hey, Lady Spitfire.
Hi, Lady Spitfire. How are you, my darling? So today we're going to be going over Nick's interrogation. Now, I have got the okay off Phil Hammer Media to use his copy because he has fixed up the audio that really helps us hear it a lot better. I know I've heard 1,000 copies of this, but his was out there like the best one I've found. I did reach out to him. He did give me permission to use it today, but I have dropped and starred his link at the top. If mods of you could just keep dropping it throughout the live as well, that would be great, because do you mean just go over, sub up to him? I don't think he does live, but he does do a lot of like police interviews and things like that. I know he's got some Casey Anthony stuff over there. He's got other cases, so It might not even be the gypsy case. You might go over there and see a case you want to watch, and his work is amazing. So just pop over, give him a sub, give him a like, all the things, and that way we don't get in trouble for using his copies. And as I said, he has done amazing. Even Macjay checked it out and said, "Oh my God, it is the best." Sorry, words in your mouth, but yeah. So other than that, I don't know if we're going to get through all of it. As I just said to Macjay, whatever we get through today, and then we'll come back and do it another day if we have to. But just some housekeeping as well. Thank you, Lady Spitfire. I have also been speaking to Tammy Wells. I know if one of the mods could drop, or even Tammy, if you could drop your link as well. We've been talking, and what we're going to do is a weekly catch-up, because I know, again, I have been off sick for a couple of weeks. We had bugs all go through our house, not literally bugs, but sickness bugs. We had Spirit Time end up in hospital with it. The hospital was so overloaded that they were literally sending people home sick because they just didn't have the beds. It's just going, well, I know it's all over Melbourne. I don't know about the rest of Australia. I got all my family better, and then I went down with it. So that's, again, why I've still not been on. But with our weekly catch-up, it's going to be me and Macjay and Tammy. We'll do one on my channel, then we'll go to Tammy's channel for the next week, and then if just vice versa. So we can all share it, but that way we're all just going to get up. I don't know. On the catch-ups, we could be just talking about what's going on in our normal lives or on YouTube or what we've been watching. But it's just a chance that at least once a week we're going to be all catching up and all the things. So that's in the work. We're all working on that now. Other exciting news. I'm going to keep my camera off, but I'm going to turn it on for a second because I have my daughter in the back, but hopefully you don't see a lot. I have made up key rings. So these are going to be for prizes, or people can buy them, but I hope you can see that. The pictures don't do them justice, but they're absolutely gorgeous.
They're so cool.
Yeah. So we've got that, and we're going to be doing an Easter one where we're going to have an Easter prize, and this is our bunny that we are giving away for our Easter prize. So I don't know what we're going to do, but we will be doing something for Easter, and this is our little Aussie Easter bunny, I suppose. We'll be giving away. So now I have learnt from the other lives. I'm keeping my camera off, so hopefully we don't have interferences where they're kicking me off and all those other things. Aussie, does she have a channel? Who have a channel, Lady Spitfire?
Yeah.
Tammy has. Oh, Macjay. I'm not sure who you're. Macjay doesn't, but if she ever does start her channel, we're all going to support her. Until then, she's been so good to me, helping me with all of the one on panel. So this is Macjay. She's another Aussie. No, she doesn't have a channel at the moment, but if she does start one, we'll definitely be promoting her and putting her out there. She should, because she is amazing. But at the moment, she's been helping me with all of my research, because up until now, it's just been me doing it. And it has been a godsend with everything she's been helping me with. So not at the moment, but we'll keep our ear to it. So if she does have one, we'll definitely be supporting and getting her subs up there.
Until then, you could catch me here once a week. I don't know. I'm
Well,
Yeah.
she's my new co-host, so she's always going to be here with me. But she does go on Tammy's channel as well. You're everywhere anyway. You're always around. But anyway, so let's get
Well,
on to. Okay.
do we have a Facebook group banner or? Never mind. I'll
don't.
make one.
My
Yeah.
my Facebook group is in my about section.
Oh.
So it's in there, but I think it's even in my description. I'm not sure. I just copy and paste it, so it should be there. Macjay is an amazing co-host. She
No, not
definitely
really.
is.
No, I'm the
Now,
person that dumps
Okay.
all the information in the mod group, research
are.
group.
You are amazing at what you do. I am putting the link in, so if anyone wants to come up and commentate with us today, or you have something to say, you are more than welcome. We welcome anyone up here. But I just think the best way to get to know Nick is to watch this interrogation. Again, as we know, he was found guilty. He was given life in prison with no parole. And at the moment, he is going for his appeal. It's been spoke about, then it hasn't, and then been spoke about and not. I think they're trying to keep it out of the media so that he can try and have a fair trial, because he didn't get a fair trial, in my opinion. I know a lot of people I've spoke to, we've all said the same thing. I do know I have, and I've got to say this, I do have a heart for Nick, because I have a son that is autistic. He's high functioning autism. He's 24 now, but he also lives online, and I could really see how easy someone like that can be manipulated, because if you tell my son all the things he wants to hear, he will do anything to do it. With the autism, and this is just as a mother, what I can say is I find that they're very honest. It's very hard for them to lie. They're very caring. If they think they're helping you, they will go a mile. And this is not just Nick. This is just, autistic people. Beautiful Julie, you're back. But yeah, it's, I can just see how it could happen, and my heart goes to Nick for that. I'm not saying that he shouldn't be in prison. Do you know what I mean? We do know that he was involved and everything, but I just think that anyone deserves a fair trial, at least. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know what else I can say, but we'll go along. If me and Macjay have anything, we'll be pausing it, talking about it. In chat, if you want us to stop, just let us know, and we will stop and talk about it. Yeah. So let me pull the channel up.
Banners, samples.
Is it up there? Okay.
This is Valhammer Media's channel. So yeah, go and check that channel out. Link and subscribe. I've got the link on the banner. So yeah, go check it out. So thanks Valhammer for letting us use this video.
Yes, thank you so much. And it's also pinned at the top. If you get lost and need the stream, it's pinned at the top as well. So
That's what we talked to.
Hi.
Oh, okay. Hello.
Hello. You've been here a long time waiting on me to get here?
So I'm just going to double check. Is everyone hear that? Just put a 1 in the chat if the sound on the video is okay. My 21-year-old daughter is on the spectrum, the most sweet-hearted girl in the world. They are. Like, I'm going to share this, and this is something, do you know what I mean? Everyone knows I have a big family. I have 4 children. All 4 of mine were born premature. But when I had my son, he was born at 24 weeks. He was in hospital for 2 years before I actually got to bring him home because of all the illnesses. So we picked up on his autism really, really early. And I remember, Jimmy and I used to sit there and say at the time, why did I get this? It's so hard. But he's 24 now, and do you know what I mean? I bless the Lord every day for giving me him, because not only have I taught him as a mother, but he has taught me so much about being a human and being nice and honest. Well, I hope I am, but do you mean that comes from my son, because they have the sweetest heart.
Yeah, they do. I've just
Yeah.
realized something, Ozzy, in the chat. When I'm typing a message, it comes as Aussie True Crime instead of Macjay.
Yeah, because you're doing it from StreamYard. But that's okay.
All right, guys.
So we're just learning, because Max just got her admin right so that she can help bring the messages up. So, yeah, that's fine.
Sorry,
so
guys.
the chat comes in, it's either me or Macjay.
Yeah. I've put
Jake, if it's nice, it's me. If it's no. Joking. Anyway.
Seems Spitfire and Julie can hear us, so
yeah, so it must be okay.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get going.
Oh my gosh, have I ever done?
I tried to get here as fast as I could. Are you tired?
I stayed awake the entire time.
Okay. Well, I'm going to talk to you, and I guess you said you wanted to talk to me, so
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
All right, I'm sure you have a lot of questions.
Yeah.
You probably want to know what's going on with Gypsy.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to answer your questions for you. Did you get something to eat?
No, they offered that to me.
But you didn't eat?
I ate something before that.
Okay, what did you eat?
They're called ham sandwiches. I guess they offer that with mayonnaise as well.
Oh, do you like mayonnaise?
Well, I don't like them with bologna though, so she's saying the mayonnaise. But not when I just left alone, because I've been like so worried, sick with Gypsy.
Okay, we're going to talk about Gypsy.
Yeah.
We'll talk about Gypsy, okay?
Okay.
Because I know you got a lot of questions.
One thing I do want to point out, and do you mean obviously we will go over Gypsies as well, but when we go over Gypsies, I'm going to try and find a shortened version, because her whole one goes for 12 hours.
I know, it's crazy.
Yeah, I know some people have cut it down to just the interview part, and we will watch that. But if anyone has seen it, Gypsy is in another room in the police station at the moment. She's in a lounge. She has like a whole room, a lounge where she can lay down. Obviously, by this time, as I said, they've been in there for like 12 hours by the time the police took him. Look at the difference that Nick gets. Nick gets a table, a chair, a blanket, and he's just been to sit there, compared to what Gypsy had. What was a whole room? Do you know? How else can I describe? Have you seen the other one, Macjay?
You mean Gypsies?
Yeah, the difference in the rooms to what Gypsy had to what Nick's got.
Well, one's very like comfortable looking, and she's like sleeping on, and then the other one's like, isn't there like 2? I can't remember if it's like this room or if it's like...
The first one was, the lounge one where she had the lounge, but just how comfortable she was with the lounge and everywhere to lay, and then Nick got put into a table and chair. He didn't get a lounge or anything.
Yeah.
The other thing is you will also hear Nick continually ask about Gypsy. Do you know what I mean? How she is, where she is. He's really worried. And I think it was out of the 12 hours, Gypsy asked for Nick twice. And that's a big thing.
Huge thing.
Yeah, because you'll hear all the way through this. That's all he cares about. Do you mean Gypsy's just talking about Disneyland and all the things that she's done? And it wasn't until the very, very end when she realized that, hey, this isn't working, did she start wanting a lawyer and wanting to talk and wanting to know what Nick had said. So, yeah.
Questions, and I want to answer your questions, and I want to talk to you and see what's going on. Okay. Before I do, I'm going to read you your Miranda rights. Have you ever been read your Miranda rights before?
It sounds familiar.
Sometimes they do it on TV, but the way I do it's going to be a little different than probably what you've seen on TV, but it's probably about the same. Okay. All right. Can you read and write?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to ask you some questions I already know the answers to, and that's one of them. I know you can read and write. So whenever I'm talking to you, I may ask you some questions I already know the answers to, okay? Okay? Will you fill out this top part for me?
Sure.
You got handcuffs on?
Yes, I do.
You care if you want me to take them off? Would you be more comfortable?
That would be polite if you
Okay.
did it. Because these things.
Have you had them on a long time?
I've had this entire time.
Okay. We'll take them off so you can get a little more comfortable.
I can feel what's going on.
That probably feels a lot better, doesn't it?
I have been waiting for that for a long time. All right.
It says Nicholas. You go by Nicholas, something different?
I prefer usually by my family I'll be called Nicholas, but by friends and other people I usually be called Nick.
What would you like for me to call you when I'm talking to you?
Nick.
Nick, okay, I'll do it.
That's
That's your address.
okay. Oh jeez. Oh, too much. I'm trying to think of I include my Big Ben and all the rest of.
Is it just Big Ben? You just put Big Ben there?
Okay.
I could probably figure that out.
And
Is it Ben or Bend?
Bend.
Oh, okay.
Bend is Wisconsin.
And then this right here is your date of birth?
Okay. 5/20/89.
And how old does that make you?
26.
26. Okay. Right here is schooling. So that is like, did you graduate high school or?
Yes.
Okay. So
That's as far as I've gotten.
okay. So just put HS or high school or something there just so that way I'll remember because sometimes I forget things. So and then here is the date.
I lost track. It's been
I
so
think
long.
it's the 16th. I don't have my phone with me, but I believe it is the 16th. You know what? Let me go look real quick, okay? Are you comfortable with that?
Yeah, please.
All right. I'll go get the time and the date.
Okay.
Already you can see how polite he is.
Yeah. Sometimes I'm
Well,
wanting to talk to her for a while because I want to know what's going on.
who's he talking to? Or is the cop just out of view?
No, she's gone out to check on the time. So I know my son does. He talks to himself a lot. Do you mean that's just another autistic thing? I suppose we all could talk to ourselves, but yeah, they mumble and they talk to themselves. My son does it all the time. He actually He's worse for it on the toilet. He'll go to the toilet and just be sitting there yapping away, and you would swear there's someone else in the room with him. And then he tells us that's his board meeting. So we'll just leave that there.
It is 60.
Okay. Oh, I need to change the exact one.
There you go. Right there.
It's June, right?
June, yeah, June 60.
Six.
Ozzy?
Hang on.
All right.
Yeah.
I was just saying, did you want to mention that we have the Discord up and running?
Yep, so that's for members, anyone who's a member. I will check the link after today because I think the link only lasts for a week. But if you do join as a member, we have started a Discord. We've only got a couple of people in there at the moment, but it's just a great way to keep in contact and just another bit for members. So if you do want to support us, it's not an obligation, but it is appreciated if you do. And then, the link is in the community pages, and definitely come and join us in the Discord, because I know Macjay's always in there posting things for us. But it's just another way to keep in touch with us and support the channel and have a bit of fun. The only thing we ask for in the Discord is to leave your drama at the door, because it's just a place for fun. It's not. We don't want drama. We don't want games or screenshots being taken. There's nothing that interesting, but just another perk for all of our members.
Yes, and we might be posting stuff here on Discord that YouTube wouldn't allow us to put here. So like crime scene photos and stuff.
Yep, things like that we can put in what we can put in Discord, we will. I do also know I've heard people watching movies from there, so we might have some movie nights in there where we could be watching an article that we probably can't watch on YouTube, but I've still got to work that one out. We've got to thank Spirit Time for starting that, because he's all the brains behind the Discord. So, but yeah, most definitely, if you do join as a member, the link is floating around in the chat. It's not obligated, but very much appreciated to help support the channel as well. Do that show. He said family calls him Nicholas and friends call him Nick. He wants her to call him Nick. Yeah.
All right. The way we're going to do this is I'm going to read each one of these out loud to you. If you understand it, then just initial after it, okay?
Okay.
All right. Before we ask you any questions, you have the right you must understand your rights. If you understand that, then put your initials right there. We'll go through each one of them together.
Okay, because, I have a question.
Yeah.
If you can may ask. Is it okay if I put it right there after you read them all to me?
We have to do them one at a time.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so that's just so I can make sure you understand each of them.
Okay.
Just your initials. Yeah, just like that. Okay, the next one is you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in court.
That's a little different than on TV, isn't it?
Yeah, I told you. You have the right to talk to a lawyer for advice before you ask you any questions, and to have a lawyer with you during questioning. Right there. If you can't afford a lawyer, one will be appointed for you before any questioning if you wish. That one goes right there. Okay, if you just...
I just want to point out too, I think the way I take this is that she says this in a way, obviously they don't want him to lawyer up. They want to get, because at this time they want as much evidence. But I think the way she puts it is to try and trick him so that he won't ask for a lawyer. So I mean, I don't know if that's just me or that's how other people take it.
Well,
Because
I actually agree with you there. I thought that she was even starting to speak a little bit fast, like she's trying to disarm him by saying, like, without saying it, she's like taking that tone of like really casual tone. Oh, you know, if you want a lawyer, you know,
Yeah.
like sort of, yeah, disarming him by tone. I don't know if that makes any sense.
because you think if he asked for a lawyer right now, do you know what I mean? They would have got nothing. Well, not as much straight away. So, and Kaz, that is a thing too. They do try and friend everybody up. My son's name's Sebastian, but we call him Bashy. That's just his nickname for us. And he will only let certain people call him Bashy. So if he says to you, call me Bashy, do you mean you know that you're now in his friends thing? The only
Yeah.
thing for me, you know, Sebastian takes a long time to make a friend before you get into that friend zone. Do you mean I don't know if it was nerves that Nick said you can just call me Nick or straight away, but yeah, it's just... But you can see what I mean about how honest he is. How, do you know what I mean? He's telling everything as he can.
Yeah, he's very honest, straightforward compared to for anyone. I'm pretty sure maybe some of you guys have seen a bit of Gypsy's interview. I know you would have seen it, Ozzy, but it's like night and day from when he's talking to how she's talking. She's just manipulative as anything with the with how she's talking.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Did you?
And this is another thing. So going back, we know now that he's already traveled. Do you know what I mean? My son's name is Sebastian. Oh my God, Julie, how cool is that? He's already traveled there. They've came back. Now, this is just in my opinion. Okay. Gypsy, if it wasn't Nick, it would have been somebody. And we will get into more about what Gypsy was like at the time, but do you know what I mean? She went on there looking for somebody to do this. I think she abused his mental awareness to do what happened. And I do think, like, Jimmy, I don't personally think they were going to be together. I think all along Gypsy was planning this. We know by now she had already got the knife that he had used and the gloves and everything and had mailed them back to Nick's house. When they got the knife back at Nick's house, instead of throwing it away or Jimmy in the water where no one's going to find it again or anything like that, she left it in his cupboard, knowing that if the police came or law enforcement came, that it would be there with his fingerprints on it. Not only that, do you know what I mean? We all know about the messages that was put on the Facebook page about saying that Dee Dee had passed and everything else like that. That all came from Nick's IP address. So, one, I think Gypsy was trying to bring attention, yes, so that her mother could be found, but also to draw the police to where they were. Because I believe, and as I said, this is my opinion only, but I have followed this case for at least the last 5-6 years, that was always her intention. Do you know what I mean? The IP address would have brought them back to the house, that would have found the knife so that she could play all innocent like she had and get away with it and blame it on Nick so that Nick would get punished. But, I mean, that's, as I said, that's just in my... I could be wrong, but...
Decide to answer questions now without an attorney present. You can stop answering questions at any time, okay?
Okay.
All right, sign right there if you initial that, if you understand that. And can you read, Nicholas?
Yeah.
Another question I knew the answer to, but I went ahead and asked it. But if you can read this paragraph right here to me out loud, and if you understand it and agree with it, then you can sign this thing.
Okay. I have. Okay. Please forgive me.
No,
Wait.
you're
so
fine.
long.
You're fine.
Okay. I have read this statement of my rights, and I understand what my rights are. I am willing to make a statement and answer questions. I do not want a lawyer at this time. I understand and know what I am doing. No promises or threats have been made to me, and no pressure or
Coercion.
I've never been able to say this word at all.
I know. Do you know what it means, though?
Doesn't it mean like a form of punishment?
Yeah, or trickery or anything
Oh,
like
okay, okay.
that. Okay.
Yeah, coercion of any kind have been used against me.
If you understand and agree with it, then you can sign it.
All right.
And then I've got to sign it too.
Okay. Oh, as a witness, okay.
Yeah, they always make us sign them too.
I always sign it as no.
That's fine.
Anyway, I know to sign it.
All right, thank you.
I'm just going to stop. I'm not going to keep stopping this, but yes, Kay's 100% true. I do believe that she learned it from her mum. And as we know from stuff that we've also already looked at, is that Dee Dee actually learned it from her mum. So it's a generational thing. But I mean, in my opinion, if it wasn't going to be Nick, it would have been somebody. There would have been, do you know what I mean? She would have found someone to do it. Just sadly, Nick was the person that agreed.
And you said I could call you Nick, right?
Yep.
All right. So I guess you have a lot of questions for me. You've been waiting to speak with me, right? That's what they said.
At least I lost track of how many hours.
Okay. So I want to answer your questions, but I kind of want to ask you some questions first.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
And then we can maybe take turns. Like I'll ask you some questions. You can ask me some questions.
That sounds fair to me.
Okay. And that's what I want to do. I want to keep it fair. So if it ever seems like it's not fair, you just let me know, okay?
Okay.
Okay. So you said your name's Nicholas.
Yes.
And what is your middle name?
It's Paul.
Paul. And what is your last name?
It's Godejohn.
And how do you spell that?
It's Jodejohn.
Okay. Ejohn. And you
Yep.
said, how old are you, Nick?
I'm 26.
26. Where did you go to high school at?
I went to high school at Nathan Hale High School, which is in West Allis, Wisconsin.
Okay. So you haven't always lived where you live at now?
Nope.
How long have you lived in Big Bend?
Only once.
Oh, so before that, where did you live?
I lived in 𝔭𝔦𝔱.
Okay. Is that a city or a county or
It's a city.
city? Okay.
And
Is that a big city?
it's city of 𝔭𝔻. Well, this is obviously the county of 𝔭𝔻. So yeah.
So they have a county named that and a city named that? I bet that gets confusing.
Oh, not me, because I'm actually born from there.
Oh, okay. All right. So do you have any kids?
No.
No kids?
No
Okay.
kids.
Okay. I as you can imagine, we've talked to Gypsy a lot tonight.
Because it's been quite a wait.
Yeah. So we've talked to her and she told us a whole bunch of stuff that's happened to you guys. And so I kind of just want to talk to you and start from the beginning, maybe like how you guys met or whatever, can we start from where you guys met? Would that make you feel comfortable?
I'm fine with that.
Okay. Where did you guys meet?
It was a site called ChristianForDatingFree.com.
Okay. Is that like a dating site?
Yeah, it's for Christians, but it's meant to be free.
Okay. So you don't have to pay any money for it. It's just a place you can go to meet people?
Yep.
Okay. And have you met a lot of people on there?
I met a couple others before I met her.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do you guys have like names or how do you know who you're talking to?
She, when I talked to her, it was where it actually had her name as I was reading it. So
what is her name?
Her name is Gypsy Rose.
Gypsy Rose?
Yeah.
Okay. And then what was your name whenever she was talking to you?
Nicholas Godejohn. I'm honest about it when I was online, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you had your name and then she had her name.
Yep.
And then you guys met on there. And then so once you met on there, what happened?
We got closer on there, and we connected more and more.
Okay.
And then we got comfortable where we about like I don't know how to explain it. It's like the way that we clicked is it made it seem like we somehow just knew we were right for each other.
Okay.
So we like what was it like 4 days? I'd have to say 4 days later we started a relationship together.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so your relationship, what kind of relationship was that you guys started?
There was one of those committed ones.
Okay.
Committed relationship.
To each other.
Just wanted to stop it so I could say a quick hi to Aussie Jen. Thank you for joining us today, my darling.
Committed to each other.
Sorry. I think you're saying.
Yeah.
So you were on there looking for other people, and she wasn't looking for other people.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
So did you guys start communicating other ways other than that website? Since you're a couple now.
Yeah, we tried to do a site called meetme.com,
Okay.
but that gets confusing because there's so many. I have so many friends on there.
Okay.
And then other than that, what else was it? There was they did do Facebook for a little while too.
Facebook. Okay.
Yeah.
And what is your name on Facebook?
It's my name is Nicholas Godejohn.
Okay. And how about hers?
Well, actually, she got rid of hers recently.
Okay.
Because me and her, because I don't know how much she told her. I hope she told you everything that I do know also.
Okay.
Apparently from what she told me, her mom kicked her out of her house.
Okay.
So she texted me to pick her up.
Okay.
And what happened was I got on a bus about a day later, about in the afternoon of that day.
Okay.
And then I got back to, what was it? I believe it was Springfield. Is where it's
Okay.
That's where it is. Because I'm all loopy from being so away
Okay.
so long. Yeah, Springfield, Missouri. I as soon as I got there, I walked straight to a hotel, and then I let her know that I was at the hotel.
Okay. So you got there on a bus. What kind of bus was it?
It was a Greyhound bus.
Okay. So you got to Springfield, Missouri on a Greyhound bus.
Yep.
And you walked straight to a hotel.
Yep.
Do you remember what that hotel was called?
Yeah, it was called Days Inn.
Days Inn. Okay. And that's in Springfield, Missouri?
Yep.
Okay. So you.
Sorry, I just saw Julie ask about the backstory. So we have done a couple of lives on this one already. It's the Gypsy Rose case. So I'm sure by now everyone's heard of Gypsy Rose. But basically gypsies, well, Dee Dee forced, whether she forced or I don't know. But Dee Dee was a single mother with Gypsy. She told everybody that Gypsy had all of these illnesses. I was going to say diseases, but it's more illnesses. To the fact that she told everyone that Gypsy was in a chair. And do you mean they would fraud money and organizations to get what they can and that? She met Nick Overline on a Christian chat or something it was, and convinced him to go to where Gypsy lived. And do you mean I hate when we can't say words and you're trying to think of the right word, but do you know what I mean, the passing of her mother. When it went to court, Nick got life without parole and is still in prison at the moment. Gypsy got 10 years, but only had to do 8.5 and is out on parole right now. So we're just going back over the case because, do you know what I mean? I don't think the whole story is being told, and I think it's still yet to come out. And I think when Nick does get out, if he gets out, that's when we're going to find the truth, because, do you know what I mean, he does speak very honestly, but right now he's trying to appeal his decision. So this is the interrogation from after they were caught, so it was probably probably about a week, because they stayed at the motel for a couple of days before they went back to the house. Also, at this stage, everyone thinks that Gypsy can't walk, and Gypsy could walk the whole time. The wheelchair was left at her house. So, do you know what I mean? That was another big shock to everyone as well.
It was a
Yes.
huge shock. I feel that the case, I don't think she can be retried. Is it double jeopardy?
Yeah, she can't be retried. I think if they found new evidence, do you mean, because I know with Chris Watts, if we had new evidence, it could be retried, but do you mean it's...
Well,
Not that I think, Jimmy, I don't know about the retrial part. I just believe that Nick should have a fair trial, and that's what I don't think he got.
no, definitely.
Mm.
It's still on he's still appealing the decision. I think we went over it last time, but there were some interesting things in the defense, the defense's submission for appeal.
And he didn't get a lawyer. Like that's a big difference too. See, Gypsy took the plea deal, and as soon as she took the plea deal, they just threw everything on Nick. Really. Whereas she was the mastermind behind it. And we'll get into it later. Do you know what I mean? It's going to come up when they talk about the knife wounds, and that we'll get into that as we get to it.
You get off the bus and you walk straight to Days Inn. What kind of clothes are you wearing?
Oh, geez. I don't have that good of a memory at this point.
Okay.
I can't remember.
Was you wearing jeans or shorts or something?
I'm always wearing usually athletic clothing.
Athletic clothing? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you get off. Do you have luggage with you or anything?
Yes.
Okay. What kind of luggage do you have?
I had my clothing.
Okay.
Since I wasn't sure how long I was going to be there.
Okay.
I was worried sick about her when I got there to where I wanted to find her as soon as possible.
Okay.
Because I knew she was wandering the streets.
Okay.
So I brought like 3 days worth of clothing because I was going to do all I could to find her at that point. And then
what were you carrying your clothing in?
It was a duffel bag.
Oh, okay. What color?
It was red and black.
Okay. Was it like a Nike or Adidas or?
My dad gave me his duffel bag. It's a Marble. You know the cigarette company Marble.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what kind of it is. It's one of those kind of duffel bags.
Okay. And so you get to Springfield, so you're excited. You want to see her. So then what do you do?
I text her, and then she. There's obviously a lot of like free public Wi-Fi spots around there. So
okay.
I don't know where she texted me from, but she was able to find somewhere to text me from.
Okay.
And after that, we would periodically keep in touch.
Okay.
But
so you're texting from your phone?
Yeah.
What is your cell phone number?
It's 262 501 9008.
Okay, what is hers?
She wasn't using her phone number.
What was she using?
She was using her Yahoo ID, which I have no clue what it is.
Is that like Yahoo Messenger or what?
Yeah, it's one of the messenger things they use texting for.
So you can, from your phone, you can send her a message to that, and then she can send you a message back and forth, and you guys can chat with each other.
Yeah.
Okay. So she tells you that she's got kicked out. You're coming here, and you're coming to see her, and you're going to find her. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah.
Okay. And so you guys start communicating like that, and then what happens?
And then it wasn't until the 10th is when I was able to actually get her to meet me.
Okay.
What happened was I told her exactly where I was on the actual, what road it was and everything else, where the actual hotel was.
Okay.
And after that, she didn't really text me for a long time. I was confused on why.
Okay.
And then as I'm going outside my hotel room, I end up running into her.
Okay.
As I'm trying to go get an actual like soda.
Okay. So you're going to get a soda and you just run right into her?
It was right on the same level that my hotel room was on.
Okay. And then what happens?
And then I realized it's her, so I'm like, okay, I guess I opened my door back up, and then because apparently she packed because she knew her mom was going to kick her out.
Okay.
And I had to bring all of her clothes and everything else back into my hotel room, so this way she had somewhere to put it.
Okay.
And then after that, I asked her if she wanted to get a soda with me, and then she walked with me.
Where'd you go get a soda at?
It was an vending machine that was outside.
Okay.
That the hotel usually provides.
Okay. And then what happened?
And then me and her pretty much stayed inside the hotel for pretty much the entire time because the thing is, it was my bus ticket. It was a round trip. So at first I thought I'd be able to get her back since she wanted to move in with me, obviously, because that's just when she's up here. But when she got hold me, and then me and her actually went to the bus station, I learned that she actually couldn't get a bus with the same one that I already had. I had to redo my actual schedule.
Okay.
So after that, I did it. I got it renewed for pretty much nothing because it was free.
Okay.
And then I helped her with her bus ticket afterward.
Okay. Did you give her money for it, or?
No, I paid for it for her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then what happened?
And then because the one that was I had to change, because of that one was changed, we ended up going back to the hotel.
Okay.
Just to rest, pretty much.
Okay.
And we ordered food, and we were pretty much just resting there because we didn't know what else to do. Because it was.
Where did you order food from?
One place was Domino's.
Okay.
I just seen Lady Spitfires. Thought he went straight to the house. I have never seen this before. No, so Gypsy did give him the money for his trip. This was his second trip, but he did go to the motel first and then went to Gypsy's because Gypsy would not let him in until Dee Dee had gone to bed. So... But he's very honest. So basically what he says is how it happened. Do you know what I mean? This was his first police interview the day that they picked him up.
And they delivered it to your room?
Yep.
Okay, so Domino's delivered to your room, and where else?
And the other was Papa John's.
Papa John's, okay.
Yep.
And then did they both deliver on the 11th?
No.
Oh, okay. So
we were on separate days.
Okay.
One time was on the 10th.
Okay.
And the other was on the 11th. And then when I had to leave on the 12th because that's what I rescheduled mine and hers for.
Okay.
We were able to get the bus, but after we got on the bus, we had trouble getting all the way up here, pretty much because the bus in Chicago. It was full, so we had to wait for a second bus.
Okay.
And yeah, it was frustrating.
Yeah, at least you guys were together, huh?
Yeah, I agree.
That's good. Okay. So did you guys go out anywhere to eat?
We were thinking about doing it, but we figured it was safe because my mom, she is a worry freak. If she knows I'm in another state, she's gonna leave. Apparently, for what she told me, she was a basket case, so I was down there.
Okay.
Because she was so worried about me. But she told me to stay in the hotel, and that's pretty much why I did it.
Okay.
She was just.
Because she told you to?
Yeah, because she feared for my safety.
Okay. Okay. So then you guys get on the bus, and then you guys get here's, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you ride a Greyhound each time you went?
Yeah.
All the way up to buses?
There was no other bus station.
So where's the bus station stop at here?
Here it stopped in Milwaukee.
Okay. And then how did you get from Milwaukee to your house in Big Bend?
My mom picked us up.
Oh, okay. So then do you call mom and say, hey, we're here, come pick us up?
Yeah.
And so is that the first time that your mom ever met your girlfriend?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess she's your girlfriend if she's your
she is. Yeah, she is.
And you love her?
Oh, do I ever.
You love her a lot?
I was bawling my eyes out waiting for her this moment where I can talk to you.
Okay.
Because I was so worried about her.
Yeah. I think she loves you too. we spoke to her and for a long time. And I'm kind of thinking maybe she loves you a little more than you love her, because you're sitting here telling me things that I know aren't true. And then she's sitting here telling me things that are true. And if you really love her, I don't think you would want her in that situation, okay? The situation that she's in right now. And so we're going to go down two paths here, okay? And that is that you're going to have to be honest with me. Because if you love her, if you love Gypsy, then you're not going to let Gypsy get in trouble without you being there to help her. Okay?
I understand.
And so what you need to know is that Gypsy told us everything.
Okay.
We didn't talk to Gypsy all this time and not get everything.
Okay.
That's what we do.
Right.
And so, Nick, I want you to do the honorable thing, okay?
Okay.
For Gypsy and for your family, okay? Because we know what happened. And I want to give you the opportunity to start over and to tell the truth, okay? And the truth is not what you've told me.
Most of it that I told you to believe is the truth.
I believe the part that you got on a bus and went to Springfield.
Okay.
I believe that's true.
Okay.
That you ordered food to eat. I believe that's true.
Okay.
I believe that it's true that at some point Gypsy came back with you to the motel. I believe that's true.
Yeah,
I believe Gypsy got on a bus and came here with you. I believe that's true.
Yeah.
That's all I believe.
Okay.
Okay? Because you missed a lot in there. And I understand that you missed a lot because you don't know what to say because you don't know what Gypsy said. I understand that.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll tell you right now, Gypsy did tell me everything. She told us everything. She told us about you coming there. She told us what happened to Mom. She told us about your guys' relationship. She told us about the cleanup. She told us about all of that. Okay?
Okay.
So do you want to do the right thing by Gypsy if you love her?
Well, the truth is I worship her, so
I know you
there's
do.
There's no way I wouldn't do it on
I know.
would think for her.
I know you do. I believe you do. But this is the point where you're going to prove whether you do or not, okay? Me and you talk.
Okay.
Okay? Because it's not fair. It's not fair to Gypsy for her to be honest and you to lie. Okay?
Mm.
So what I want to know is can you tell me this first?
Okay.
Did Gypsy know that you were going to kill her mother?
Honestly, she asked me to.
Okay. So Gypsy knew you were going to do it because Gypsy asked you to.
Yes.
Why did she ask you to do that?
Because she felt it was her only way to be with me.
Okay. She felt like if you killed the mom, then that's the only way she could be with you.
Yeah.
Do you know the mom's name?
I don't know her real name. All I know is that she goes by Dee Dee.
Dee Dee. Okay. So, has Gypsy asked you to kill anyone else?
No.
Okay. She just wants you to kill her mom.
Yes.
Okay. And how did Gypsy ask you to do that? Did she ask you to do that in a text message, on a Facebook, or in person, or something different?
Well, it was more than once. I mean, you had Facebook. We would talk about it on there. We would talk about it even on Texas.
Okay. And what kind of things would Gypsy tell you that she wanted you to do?
She wanted. The thing is that I know she loves her mom a lot. I know she does.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just pausing that. I see. I wonder if this lady cop has an insight into his condition. If she did, she didn't take it into account. And at the end, we will, before we finish this series, as I said, we are going to watch Gypsies. We will watch the court case. But you will see in the court case that they didn't take the autism or his condition into account at all in the sentencing. And I mean, if she did, she used it against him. Elizabeth Anderson, hello, my darling. I haven't seen you in ages. Welcome.
I had I was up here with her, and she felt guilty about the whole situation. I had to make sure she was safe. And meaning, like, I had to make sure she felt like she could be comforted
by you. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Because, and then the truth is, okay, I'll admit it. I did actually stab her mom. I will admit it.
I know. Okay.
The only reason I did it is because I did it for me and her. That's the real reason I did it. I would have never did it if it was not for me and her.
Okay. So you wouldn't have done it if somebody else would have asked?
No.
Okay.
There's no way I would have did it for anyone else.
Okay, so you just
I
did it.
truly do worship her to the point there's nothing I want to do for her.
Okay. Okay. Well, I think you've proved that, right?
Yes.
I think that you proved that you do what she asked you to do, if that's the case, if she did ask you.
Yes, she did ask me.
Okay. And she asked you more than once? Did she ask you while you were here?
She asked me more than once because what happened was at first she wanted, because the thing was that she wanted to do it herself, but she was too, what's the word, not cautious, it's, I guess skittish is the word I'm looking for.
Okay.
I didn't want to actually do it.
Okay.
Because she couldn't live with herself doing it.
Okay.
And as for me, I honestly to this day I still feel guilty about it.
Okay.
I do.
Right.
Because I learned so much about her mom after she told me and more about it after actually being able to live with her for a little while.
Right.
I actually realized how great of a mom she was.
Okay. So it kind of makes you feel a little guilty.
No. I feel a lot more guilt than that.
Okay. Okay. So Gypsy's telling you about her mom.
Yeah.
And then.
Yeah, how
Okay.
she is and her accomplishments and all, yeah.
Okay. Okay. So when you came here to Springfield, that was your purpose to come here so that way you could do that for Gypsy?
Yes, because I wanted to be with her and I wanted.
So did Gypsy know you was coming here then to go ahead and kill Dee?
Yes.
Okay. So why did you guys decide that you would stab her instead of shooting her with a gun or poisoning her or beating her with a bat? Like, why did you guys decide stabbing would be what you did to kill her?
Honestly, the thing is we really wouldn't have known how to poison her. Honestly, we wouldn't have known how to.
Okay.
I mean, she looked up multiple times of how to do it because she wanted to find the quickest way to do it.
Okay, so like she looked up on the internet,
Yes.
like how to kill her mom?
Yes.
Okay, and so she was looking for the easiest way to do it?
Yes, this
Okay.
way she would be in less pain. She wanted
Okay.
her mom's death to be quick.
Okay, so you wouldn't have known how to do the poisoning. And so, again, why did we choose the knife? Like,
The
why?
reason why we chose the knife is because I guess she thought that it'd be quicker if she bled out quickly.
Okay, now did she tell you that, or is that something you think she thought?
Most likely that's what I would think she was.
Okay, but she didn't tell you to
No.
stab her because she'd bleed out quickly?
No,
Okay,
that's what I figured she would think because it makes sense. More holes, faster they go away and the faster they are at peace.
okay. So the more holes you put into the body?
Yeah.
Is that what I'm understanding? Okay, okay. So that's why you chose to stab her.
Yes.
Okay. And so how did you get the knife? Like, where'd the knife come from? Did you bring it with you from here?
No.
Okay. Did you buy it somewhere?
She bought it for me.
Who bought it for you?
Gypsy.
Where'd she buy it from?
Online.
She bought it online?
Oh wait, no. It was not online. I gotta get that straight this time.
Yeah, don't lie, because you don't want to get Gypsy in trouble for something because you're going to lie about it.
I know.
Okay.
I know. She somehow found a way to get one at Walmart. I don't know how she did, but she did.
So you didn't bring a knife from here?
No.
So when you got here, she had a knife?
Yeah.
So did she know you was going to stab her?
Yes.
Okay. So what'd the knife look like?
It had a red and black handle.
Red and black?
Yeah.
Okay. And how long was it?
Gosh.
Use your hands to show me.
I can maybe that long, maybe.
Was the red and black handle plastic or wood or?
It was I'm trying to think of squishy grip. I can't remember what it's
It
called.
was a squishy grip?
Yeah, it's hard to really put into words.
Okay. On the edge of the knife, like if you, can you draw the knife for me maybe?
I'm a bad artist.
You're a bad artist? Okay. Would the knife, like, okay, if the knife went like, was the knife smooth like this or was it jaggedy like that?
Just want to pause it. It's weird that the cop keeps going on about if you really love Gypsy, other than the facts of the crime. I think she's just using that to try and get more information out of him, because, do you mean, even still to this day, like, we're 8.5, 9 years past it, if you ask Nick, he will still tell you he is still madly in love with Gypsy. So, do you mean, it's just, I suppose, like chocolate to a child or something. You can have the chocolate as long as you tell me the truth. So they're kind of, that's how I take that. The knife. So Gypsy already had it for him. So later on, we'll show you, there's a video that Gypsy made, and she sent it to Nick to show him exactly where to go in the house. She already had stolen the knife. I can't remember what the shop was that she took it from, but she did take it from a shop. And she had the gloves and everything out waiting. So Nick was literally waiting for Dee Dee to go to bed, and he'd already had everything that Gypsy had given him. And on top of that, Gypsy actually paid for everything.
It's jaggedy.
Jaggedy?
On one side, on the other side, it was smooth.
Okay. And what color was that part of the knife?
It was just the black. Oh my gosh, I'm so sleepy.
Right.
It was just the normal color of what blade usually looks like.
Like stainless steel type
Yeah.
look? Okay.
Yeah.
So like, see this edge of this table right here? Kind of like that?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's what that looked like. And then the handle was red and black, kind of squishy.
Mm.
Okay. Could you hold the knife with one hand, or did it take two hands to hold the knife?
One hand.
One hand?
Yes.
Okay. Have you ever stabbed anybody before this?
No, that's the reason why this was the very only one person I would ever do this for.
Okay. Only person you do it for is Gypsy. This is the first time you ever stabbed anybody.
Yes.
Okay. So when you're stabbing Dee, where is she at?
She's on her stomach.
On her stomach where? On the floor, in the bathtub, or somewhere different?
On her, on the, oh my gosh. It got out of my mind. Where, I don't know, 1 second.
You're fine. Take your time.
She was on the bed. Her bed.
Her bed. In her bedroom?
Yes.
Okay. So was she sleeping on her stomach, or just laying there watching TV, or?
Sleeping on her stomach.
Okay, so she's laying in her bed, sleeping on her stomach. Is she covered up with covers or uncovered, or?
It actually, when I did it, it seemed like, she had her, there's almost like a nightgown on, it seemed like.
Okay.
And, she barely even was covered at all.
Okay.
So it was easy access to her body.
Okay. So she didn't have a bunch of covers on her. It made it a lot easier to do that. Okay. And so when she's laying.
Just want to stop that for a minute. Now, there's a lot of questions whether someone else went in the room other than Nick and everything, because as we just heard him say, she was uncovered, obviously, when he's done what he's done as well. But after it, like when they found her, all her blankets were up, including a lot of baby blankets that were like, would you say tucked in, Macjay?
Yes, I would say tucked in, sort of like to me, it indicates that whoever tucked Dee Dee in was familiar with her. Like, I think it's more likely to be Gypsy that covered her up than it is Nick.
Yeah, because she was all covered up. Yeah. But as he said, when he went in there, she was all uncovered. So just something I thought I'd point out.
There. Where's the first place you decide to stab her?
And I just was in a random spot in the back.
In the back, just random.
Yes.
Do you know how many times you stabbed her?
4.
You stabbed her 4?
Yeah, 4 times.
Okay.
The 4th one, I felt it go into, I think it might have been her lungs.
Okay.
It was harder to get out.
Okay. Did it take one hand to get it out, 2 hands?
I had to yank it out
Okay.
with one hand.
Okay. So it did. So the others came out easy, but that one kind of came out harder.
Yeah.
Okay. And so, you only stabbed her 4 times? Are you sure about that?
Well, as in stabbing, I stabbed her 4
Okay.
times. But I did actually cut her one other time besides that.
Okay. Where'd you cut her
On
at?
the back of her neck.
Okay. And did you use the same knife that you
Yeah.
did the others with?
Yep.
Okay. And when you did across the back of the neck, did that even cause an injury, or did you see any blood or anything?
Yeah, she was bleeding.
Okay, she's bleeding. And so did she scream or holler, or
Yeah, she did.
what was she saying?
First she said help, and then she didn't recognize who I was. She
Okay.
said, who are you? And then,
She said, "Who are you?"
yeah.
Okay. And she didn't recognize who you are. She says help, and then what does she say?
And then she called up for Gypsy, but Gypsy didn't do anything.
Okay. She hollered for Gypsy.
Yes.
And did she holler for Gypsy once, twice, 5 times,
3 times.
3 times? And what was she saying? Can you tell me how she said it?
She pretty much yelped it.
Yelped it?
It's like,
Gypsy. Okay.
yeah, she was loud.
And what did you do when she did that?
It didn't stop me from keep on going.
Okay. You just kept stabbing her?
Yeah.
Okay. Is there any reason that we would think that maybe you stabbed her more than 4 times?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. Now, did Gypsy come in and stab her?
No.
Gypsy never stabbed her?
She couldn't do it. That's
Okay.
the reason why she asked me to.
Okay. Did you try to get Gypsy to come in and stab her?
No, I would have never done that.
Okay. So when you say 4 actual stabs, so those are the ones that went in deeper?
Yeah.
Was there some little ones? Or
There might have been, because the truth is I counted the ones that went in deep. I didn't count if there's any other ones.
okay. So if there's any other ones, you just didn't count those because they didn't go in as deep.
Yeah.
Okay. But you know that 4 of them went in deep.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know where those 4 deep ones were? Are you counting the one in the back of the neck or not in that 4?
No.
Okay, so the back of the neck would be something different.
Yeah, it's completely separate.
Okay, so the 4 that went in deep, do you remember where those went at on her body?
I honestly can't remember because I think it's just a blockage because of the guilt.
Okay,
I can't remember.
sometimes there's things that we don't remember and that I'll understand that you don't remember, but you might not remember something that's important that I know you remember, okay? But that you might not remember, and I understand that because in the situation, okay? So, where was Gypsy at when you were stabbing her? When you were stabbing Dee in the bed, where was Gypsy at?
She was hiding in the bathroom.
Okay. Why was she in the bathroom? Why was she hiding in the bathroom?
Because she didn't know if her mom was going to kill me or not.
Oh, okay. So she thought Mom might kill you.
Yes.
Okay. Did she think Mom had a weapon, or?
She didn't believe I could actually do it. That's what I think it was.
Okay. She didn't think that you would just go in there. You don't know if she had confidence in you. Is that what you're going to say?
Yeah. She didn't think I was capable of it.
Whose decision was it for her to go in the bathroom while this was happening?
She said that's what she wanted to do.
Okay.
So I just let her do it. And
Okay.
she got the door behind her, so.
Okay, so she went in the bathroom, locked the door, and you went to do whatever you were doing. Do you remember, did Gypsy ever come out and see her mom?
I wouldn't let her.
You wouldn't let her go in there and see her?
I didn't want her to be traumatized.
Okay. Did you have sex with Dee?
No.
You didn't stick your penis anywhere on her?
Nope.
Are you sure?
Yep.
Positive?
I'm 100% positive.
Okay. Did you stick your penis in her mouth?
Nope.
Okay. Did your penis touch anywhere on Dee's body?
Nope.
Okay. Hello, my darling.
Hello, how are you? Hey, Mac.
Hey.
Okay, I just want to point something out that I've just noticed. It's too much to type in chat, and as you know, you only get a limited amount of space.
Yep.
Okay, when he was saying before that when he went up there and went there and I don't want to the S word, abdur. He said he did it in the back, but yet this woman, who I'm not a fan of at all, she's talking about the back of the neck, but yet he's talking about her actual back. He's saying the back, she's saying the back of the neck, and he's agreeing with it, and yet she is so one-sided. Well, we've heard Gypsy's side, so therefore, because of how the public has seen her over the years, we must believe she's telling the truth. So she's trying to put Nick into a false admitted. It's disgusting.
It is, and that's
You know, it's just like I said, he's saying the back, and he goes, I think that one went to her lung. Now, the last time I checked, our lungs aren't located in our neck. So if you replay the part where he's saying, oh, I stabbed her in the back, she comes out with the back of the neck.
Because so we can't, this is a sad thing. I might send them to you offline. I do have them, like we do have some, or a majority of the crime scene photos. So she was, Jimmy, she had wounds in her back. She had wounds in her front. Jimmy also in her neck. But there was also, like, so most of them are just, trigger warning, most of them are just stab wounds. But the one on her neck was actually like a full cut where they'd almost taken it off. But what we do know as well is when Dee Dee was in bed, she was actually laying on her stomach in the bed. So the first thing he would have come across is her back. But yeah, they were on her back, on her stomach, and on the neck as well.
Yeah, I just don't understand how.
Also, he's only saying that he did 4. There was 17 wounds on Dee Dee.
Yeah,
so
that's what I mean.
Done 4, who done the rest?
Now, I'm going to say something. I'm going to be very unpopular by saying this.
No,
yes, Gypsy. Excuse me. Gypsy was a victim of her mum. We all get that. But the thing that upsets me more than anything, though, is that, and what I have come to the conclusion of, is the moment that Gypsy was plotting this, she stopped being a victim. I'm sorry. But, you know, like, she provided the weapon. She paid for him to get down there. All these other things that if this was any other case, I can guarantee you, almost guarantee, I should say, that Gypsy would still be in jail now for an accessory before and after the fact. Because if I wanted someone to be unalived, I wouldn't be there, you know, and then claim I'm innocent. But she provided, like I said, she provided the knife. She provided the travel. She provided the way for them to get there and back. She's the one that, you know, all these things that said she didn't know. She didn't have an education, but yet she's got all this experience on how to book tickets, how to go this place and this place. I can guarantee her mum wouldn't have taken her a place where they sell bloody knives. You know what I mean? Like, I'm really trying not to swear here. It's just very, very, it's just very, very, very disgusting how this woman is basically saying, oh, well, we've heard Gypsy's side, so therefore you're not telling the truth. Now, here's an idea. Put Gypsy on a lie detector test as she's having that questioning done, because, thanks, Kaz, it comes down to the fact that, like I said, if this was any other case, like obviously if you go into a home and, you know, you want to unalive somebody, the person who's been like unalived isn't going to be held responsible for the person who's there to do a crime, isn't going to be held responsible if you use the knives in their home. But Gypsy, they're saying that Gypsy went out and stole, bought, whatever. She did that with this knife. You know what I mean? She went out and purposely bought that. And by him saying, oh, I don't know if Gypsy wanted me to do that, but then she's giving you a knife. What are you supposed to do with that? Cut up crumpets or toast? You know, let's just make some stew. Hang on, use this knife to cut up some meat for some stew. You know, it's disgusting. And she's twisting his words by basically saying, I don't believe a word that comes out of your mouth that could even slightly point the finger that Gypsy's any way, shape or form connected to this. So he's thinking, okay, I'm going to protect Gypsy because in return she may or may not protect me, but I love her and I'm going to protect her. So he's basically saying, I'm going to take the rap. Gypsy will have my back because I've protected her. And he probably still believes that Gypsy's going to protect him after all these years. And it's really, really sad that this person is interviewing him to make him, change his narrative to what she wants it to be, because when he told the truth, if that was the truth, we don't know. Like you said, there was 4 wounds that he remembers doing. Now, I do believe that she went back in there and finished the job. And I do believe that, you know, if Gypsy's mum at any time was dyed her hair or anything, I'm pretty sure she would have had the gloves to make sure that the only fingerprints found on that would have been there. And the thing that's really, really interestingly is the fact that if she was as clueless, how would she know? Like, for me personally, it took me about 3 months, and that's going to sound sad, 3 months to actually learn my actual address when I moved in here. You know, I had to get it all right. Like, I'd have to say, oh, you know, take this street. Oh, then take this. Like, I didn't know the streets that led up to where I am. It took nearly 3 months to a year to actually get all the streets. I'm still learning them after several years. Now, why would she send the knives back to his property?
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, how would she didn't meet him at her house, at his property. He came there. So how would she know how to send them to his address?
So
why not just send them to a random address?
Like with the story, I know that they try to make out that Gypsy couldn't walk and couldn't do all these things, but Gypsy actually did a lot more than what people believe that she did. I have even been told that she used to catch buses by herself. Do you know what I mean? And especially towards the end, I know Dee Dee was really sick. So Gypsy was basically, in my opinion, had the run of the house as well when she was doing things. She knew what she was doing. She's not as silly as what she portrays, even to this day. She knew a lot more. She'd sent him the money. She, as I said before, do you mean there is a video that she sent him that we have a copy of where she's literally showing him where to walk in the house so that he knew where to go, even down to the arm coming up and down on where to attack
that's
her.
what I mean. Like, why isn't she still in jail for doing, like I said, buying the knife, giving him basically a floor map of the property by going, okay, well, this is my bedroom, this is my mum's, here's the knife. Like I said, what's she hoping that he would go in there with? Just like go, hey, I'm about to carve the turkey. What part of the turkey do you want? This is why I'm giving you the knife to cut up the turkey that I'll be cooking. What was he supposed to think? You know, she made, like I said, Gypsy was treated badly by her mum to have her believe certain things. But there was a time where I think someone in Dee Dee's family even said Dee Dee went to the shops, left Gypsy behind. Gypsy was jumping up and down on the trampoline. And then as soon as Dee Dee's car was in sight, Gypsy fell, like forced herself to fall down and acted as though that, you know, something was wrong. Now, that would have been the perfect time to say to that family, other family members, hey, listen, nothing's wrong with me. Mum's doing this to me. And I'm sure they would have protected her. You know what I mean? Because
a lot of times she could have. Do you know what I mean? She was always on stages as well, doing pageants and guest speaking and all of that. Gypsy knew she could walk. I don't know why she never just stood up and said, Do you know what I mean? But I guess it was because she was also getting money and things for it as well. And it's what her mum had taught her to do. But when it comes to being the mastermind to this plan, I agree. Do you know what I mean? It was Gypsy. As I said before, even down to him do you know what I mean? She sent everyone through on how to do it. Then when they did do it, she also sent the knife back. Instead of getting rid of the knife like any of us, do you know what I mean? I'll chuck it in a river or a dam or somewhere where no one would see it. They just set it in the cupboard and left it there. So that when the police came or law enforcement came, do you know what I mean? They would find the knife. It was in the envelope with the gloves. It had his fingerprints all over it so that it would get caught. The messages that she put on the Facebook, she actually waited until she got back to Nick's house before she wrote them. So and I think she done that knowing that they would have checked the IP of where the messages were coming. So basically, do you know what I mean? Saying, here I am, come get him. And I do think that she thought she was just going to get away with this and say, he done it.
Exactly. Now, the other thing as well is that I'm repeating myself. The reason that I think that Gypsy wanted this done quicker than, say, within like a few weeks of talking to Nick, I think it comes down to as well as the fact that the whole world that knew of Gypsy Rose before this case, what would have happened is that Dee Dee, and I hope this doesn't come across like I'm being horrible, Dee Dee was dying because of her diabetes, because of her health in general and everything like that. Now, the thing that would have happened is that if Dee Dee had passed away from natural causes, right, Gypsy would have been put into care, and Gypsy wouldn't be able to do what she was doing with her mum. She wouldn't be able to scam people out of thousands and thousands of dollars and stuff. She wouldn't be able to continue with that. She would be basically either put with other family members and they would have caught on that there was actually nothing wrong with her. And also at the fact that, she would have been put into a care facility because of how much attention we were all led to believe Gypsy needed. So I think that it wasn't anything to do with the fact that she wanted her mum unalived because of how she was getting treated, because you can't tell me Gypsy didn't enjoy half the stuff or most of the stuff that was given to her with her mum, like the house, the car, trips to Disneyland, concert tickets, basketball matches or whatever she was given. She didn't seem to say no to any of that. So, but if her mum passed away, like I said, from natural causes, all of that would disappear. And Gypsy didn't want to have to deal with that.
Her mum was actually quite sick at the end with diabetes. Like some of the photos you'll see, Dee Dee had put on a lot of weight. And she was getting really tired all the time. Do you mean it's just my opinion, but I don't think Dee Dee had much longer.
That's what I'm saying. So I think that, Gypsy unalived her mum for the simple fact that she sees it as, well, hey, I'm not going to go into a care facility because, there's nothing wrong with me. And they would have caught on to that. That would have been a professional organisation that would have taken Gypsy in, and she would have been seen as that there's nothing wrong with her. And, she's going to not be pitied because she can't, the things that she's done. And I'm so glad she's had all social media taken down. That's awesome. But the thing is, though, is that if she was so innocent, why is it that, I don't understand how she was seen as innocent, to be honest. That's the best way to put it, because, like I said, she supplied the knife. She paid for the transportation for Nick to get there. She drew out the, the blueprint, so to speak, of the property and pointed out where this is and this is. And, there's no way in the world that, like the cop that first interviewed her when she was sitting there on the couch, crocodile tearing. And she goes, I didn't do anything. You might not have actually done anything, but you premeditated it. You set it in place, and then you found Nick, found a guy who loved you unconditionally and unalived your mum. So whether you did anything or not, this woman is attacking Nick and making him give out a false confession.
Mhm.
And it's
See, in my
disgusting.
opinion, I think it was all to do with Gypsy wanting to have a boyfriend. So
Yeah.
before this happened as well, Gypsy had started getting into conventions, and they did go to a convention. Like Gypsy and her mum went to a convention. Gypsy went missing halfway through the convention and
Oh,
was actually found in a motel room. I can't. Macjay, do you know that guy's name? I can't think of it. The one she was seeing before this happened.
Jack?
Was it Jack? I can't remember. But there was a man. I've had a memory blank of his name right now. Dan, that's it.
Dan,
Yeah,
yes.
right. Dan. And as I said, so she went missing through the con. They found her in the motel room with him, and obviously Dee Dee took him home. After that, Gypsy actually ran away before this all happened. And she ran to Dan's house. It was Dan's friend that actually called Dee Dee and told her that Gypsy was there. Now, Dee Dee went to pick up Gypsy and said to Gypsy, "You can have a boyfriend as long as you come home with me now." Now, we've all got to remember, I know there was things going around about her having 2 or 3 birth certificates, but Gypsy was actually over age at this time as well. So Gypsy agreed to come home, but obviously because she always wanted to be with Dan, do you know what I mean? That's why she found Nick. Now, after the incident happened, do you mean we all know they went back to the motel room and they were there for a day and a half or 2 days because the ticket that Nick had to go home was a return ticket and there was no more room on the bus for a ticket for Gypsy. So they had to wait an extra day to go back. They had to rebook 2 tickets the next day. So they waited in the hotel for 2 days. And I have heard, do you mean this is not a fact? It's just something that I have heard, is that Gypsy actually asked Nick, could she go and see Dan one more time before they left to go to Nick's? Now, there's only one reason why you'd want to go and see another guy, but yeah.
It makes me wonder if she ever asked Dan to do something to her mum. Because that's something, if I was ever able to find this Dan guy, I would ask him. Did Gypsy ever ask you to do something? Hey?
Hey, Judy.
People have spoke to him. He actually even went and visited Gypsy in jail. Dan did. So he's a very big part of this story, Jim. I don't think a lot of people realize just how much, but I think he was the catalyst of why Gypsy was doing this, because, Jimmy, you think about it too. If everyone blamed Nick and she did get away with it, Nick would have went to jail, and Gypsy would have got her way. Do you know what I mean? She would have been free of her mum. She would have been able to go and do whatever she wanted to do. My guess is she would have went straight back to Dan, who actually had a wife, may I throw in. He did have a wife.
Makes me wonder, the husband that she has now, which is, I feel so sorry for that dude, but still,
sorry, I didn't say that.
It makes me wonder though, has there ever been any research to him to see, Dan's come forward, since she's been released, have we seen or heard anything about this Dan guy since she's been released?
I don't know. The last I heard is about him going to see her in prison, but I will look into it because we will do an episode all on Dan. There's so much to talk about with him, so I'll make sure.
Yeah, because it makes me wonder, is her now husband Dan? And it's just a name change for the press?
No.
Definitely not? Okay. Sorry.
I've got a picture. I'll bring a picture up. I've got a picture of Dan, and they're 2 different people. But I don't think... Again, this is just my opinion. It's not a fact. I think the new husband's only there for a season. I don't think they're going to stay together.
I think he's there until her parole period is over, and then see you later, whatever. I can't even remember his name. So I'll call him George until I can remember it.
I'm having such a
Like I
memory.
said, I think he's the. Sorry.
I'm having a memory blank. Macjay, do you know the new partner's name?
Um,
Sorry, I'm
Nope.
taking over your show. Sorry.
nope.
I know
I
it's
don't.
something
I
Anderson.
do it, but I don't. I have a memory blank.
Chat,
Yeah.
help us out with what her husband's name is. I can't remember what it is. But it's just strange. Like I said, I think she's with him until
Alex?
parole. Is it Alex?
No, hang on, I'm looking it up.
But like I said, I
Brian.
think he's
Brian
Oh,
Anderson.
Brian.
That's who
Okay.
it
Is
is
it
now.
Brian or Ryan?
Brian. Hi, Jody is cool. How are you, my darling?
Hey, Jody.
Yeah, it was Ryan. So, and you've got to also understand, Ryan wasn't even her first engagement. So, when Gypsy did go to jail, she was obviously somehow talking to other men as well, and she did get engaged to a Ken before Ryan. But then that obviously, do you mean social media got involved because everyone was talking about the case?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, and I'm telling you what to do because this is your channel, and I'm
No,
not going
you're
to be
right.
bossy with it. Is there any way we can find out where Dan is located in adjacent to, say, Ryan's location? Because I do believe in my heart of hearts that once, because you think she's been released, so she's on, what was it, 2 years probation, so to speak.
Mhm.
And so once those 2 years are up, I guarantee there'll be a divorce and she'll go and somehow find Dan. That's why I'm curious as to where is, compared to, say, Ken. Ken could live in, say, Wisconsin, and Dan could be located in Massachusetts. So hypothetically, you've got to like join the dots and figure out if Dan is in the same state as Gypsy and Ryan are as we speak.
Mhm.
How do we know that she's not just saying, "Oh, okay, I married Brian, and I'm going to basically stay married to him till my probation is over, do countless interviews and all that sort of stuff, make a lot of money, and then Dan and I can live happily ever after, because then I can look like the happy married type. And then when the 2 years are up, she's going to say that Brian hurt her or something, and then she's going to divorce him, and then she's going to try and find Dan and be with Dan. Whether Dan's married now, I don't know, but I think this marriage is a sham.
He is now, but he was married when he was seeing Gypsy.
Oh, okay.
He did have a wife then, I know that. I don't know if he does now, but I will look into it for you and definitely get back to you.
Thank you, because it makes me curious. It's just curiosity, as I say, curiosity kills the cat. And I'm very, very intrigued to know, because I think, like I said, I think this marriage is just a front. So that way when she was released, she had somewhere to go. And then once those 2 years are up, or however long she's on probation for.
A picture of what Dan looks like. So,
oh, geez, he's a looker.
Isn't he?
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to bring it up because I don't want to lose our spot.
No, that's completely fine.
But yeah, you can definitely see
very, very odd. But the thing is, though, you put on weight, cut his hair, and put on just reading glasses and stuff, it could look like him, but we don't know. But like I said, it'll be interesting to know how in close proximity as far as distance goes that Gypsy and Brian is from Dan.
As I said, I will definitely look into it because that's a good question. I don't know where he is now, but we will do our sleuthing and see if we can find it. And we will do a whole one on Dan because there's so much to say. But
yeah,
I'm with you. If they break up, I would be very much watching to see if she goes looking for Dan. Because everyone says that's the one person she wanted.
Yeah, exactly. And the thing that makes me curious as well, though, is because when you get, okay, I don't know how it works in America. So if anyone from America is in here, please correct me. When you're paroled, you have to have somewhere to go, or you go to basically like a halfway house. And I think that the reason she zeroed in on Brian is because he lives close by to, maybe not like next door neighbours close by, but close enough to Dan. So that way when the 2 years are up and she can basically travel wherever she wants to travel, she can go be with Dan. So basically Brian's just a place to rest her head at night until her parole period's over. If that's the word, or probation, or whatever you call it. So I don't know, I just find it very weird. But that's just me. So I apologise if I've offended anybody.
No, I'm there with you. I mean, the one thing I've watched Gypsy do is use and abuse any male that has come into her life. For what she wants. And I mean, I know these cases, what everyone says is that it's about Gypsy and Nick, but I think it was just more about Gypsy wanting her freedom. Do you know what I mean? Even when she came out, the first thing she done was going on about her and Ryan and how his thing was on fire and all of that and in the bed. And do you know what I mean? That's all Gypsy thinks about.
Yeah.
So.
I just find it very sus. But I'm going to step down, but I just wanted to point out what I've noticed while I've been watching you and watching the live and stuff. Sounding like I'm a stalker watching you. Sorry. All right, well, thanks for letting me pop up. And I'll talk to you all again soon.
Okay.
Take care, everybody.
Thanks, Tammy.
Thanks, you. Tammy. Bye. Bye, Mac.
Bye.
But yeah, no, I definitely think this is all to do with the boy. As they say.
Yep.
Oh,
Okay. Did your mouth touch anywhere on Dee's body?
my mouth, no.
Okay. You didn't kiss her or
Nope.
lick her or anything like that?
No.
Okay. Did Gypsy come in and do anything like that with her mom?
No.
Touch her mom's privates? Or?
No, she wouldn't do that.
Okay.
No, she wouldn't.
Okay. All right. What do you think about people that have sex with dead bodies?
It's quite disturbing, honestly.
Okay. That would bother you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't like necrophilia.
Okay. Oh, is that an actual thing? What does that mean, necrophilia?
Necrophilia actually means I have sex with the dead.
Okay.
Well, thank you
Have
so
you
much.
ever known anybody to do that?
No, I only.
Just want to stop that. Thank you so much, my darling. 4 months. That's awesome. I will give away. I've got some more memberships to give away at the end. But I'll just have to wait because I've got to go back over to my channel to do that.
You know the word because I tend to look up words that seem to be popular in today's culture. So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. All right. So, you stabbed Dee in the bed, and Gypsy's in the bathroom. And so, what happens after you're done stabbing Dee?
I knocked on the door and I also scratched on the door twice to let her know it was me instead of her mom.
Oh, so is that a code you guys came up
Yeah.
with? Okay. So, what was the code again?
It was 3 knocks and then 2 scratches.
Okay, 3 knocks, 2 scratches, and then that was so that way she would know in the bathroom that was so Gypsy would know that it was you and not her mom.
Yep.
Okay, and did you guys plan that out before?
We, like I said, we went back and forth between more than one idea, but that would end up being the one that we stick with.
Okay. After that happens, after you do the 3 knocks and the 2 scratches, does she open the door?
Not right away.
Okay, what happens?
She wanted to shave her private part
Okay.
and her legs.
Okay, she wanted to shave her private part and her legs?
Yes, for me.
Okay. Has she ever done that before? Or is this something new?
Usually her mom does not let her shave her legs.
Okay. So her mom doesn't let her shave her legs?
Yeah.
Does her mom let her shave her privates?
Her mom never seemed to care about that before.
Okay.
So yeah.
So how did you know she wanted to do that for you?
Because she did it.
Okay.
That's how it's kind of.
What did you do? Like she's shaving her legs and stuff?
I waited for her.
Okay. And then she gets out of the bathroom. Is her legs shaved and everything's shaved? And then what happens?
And then we start to clean up the ground and everything around.
Okay. Clean up. What are you cleaning? The house?
Yes.
You're like vacuuming and dusting and stuff like that?
Cleaning up such as anything that has memories of her. That's actually what we were doing.
I don't understand. I'm sorry.
Like anything that had, she took some pictures away and she actually threw them in the trash. She tried to get rid of things that would give you guys the idea that she really lives there.
Oh, okay. Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay, so did you guys clean up any blood or anything?
Yes.
Okay, what kind of blood got cleaned up?
I believe it must have been mine because I accidentally stabbed myself in the process.
Where'd you stab yourself at?
Right here.
Oh my goodness, do you need stitches or anything?
No, I've been holding it
Okay.
together.
Is that the only place you got cut or did you get cut other places?
I don't think, before I got roughed up earlier, there was a spot right, ironically, it's the very same spot they ended up hurting me yet again.
What do you mean got hurt again, roughed up? What do you mean?
When they arrested me,
oh,
they took me to
okay.
the ground, and that's the reason I have all this on me.
Okay. But that was an injury from when you stabbed Dee too, and then it just got re-injured whenever you.
Yeah.
Okay, and then that other one on your hand right there, that's the cut that you cut yourself.
Yep.
Okay, what are those up there?
These up here are from when I hit the ground. So I hit my face and my stomach, and part of my leg.
Okay.
Onto the concrete.
Okay, when they arrested you.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So so when you and Jim.
One thing I do got to say too, what we've got to take note is just how much detail he's putting into it and sharing with everyone. And then when it comes to certain things, you can tell that he's trying to stick to a narrative on, do you know what I mean, the night and what happened. And then when she asks him about other things, just how much he can remember to what he can't remember of that night. Like he can remember things that happened a week or 2 weeks or a month ago in this interview really clearly, but then there's certain things he'll say on that night I can't remember, because I know that some people with autism have a very good memory. Very good.
You're cleaning up the blood. Are you helping Gypsy clean up the blood, or is just Gypsy doing it, or just you doing it?
We for a while we did it together.
Okay.
And then because she wanted to get it done faster, she did it herself.
Okay.
Forward.
And what did she do it with?
She used a order. What the heck was it? It was like a cleaner / order remover.
Okay. Do you remember what kind of bottle it was in?
It was like a reddish bottle.
Reddish bottle? Okay. And how do you use that to clean? Like, is that a spray? Is that a powder? Is it liquid? Or
It's a liquid.
Okay.
So you had to pour it down.
Where'd she pour it down?
She poured it on top of wherever the blood was.
Okay.
And then she would use either paper towel or she never used any rag, surprisingly. But yeah, that's the main thing she used, was just paper towel.
Okay.
That or there was also these wipes that she used.
Okay. Okay. And so
That's funny.
she cleans up the mess, the blood that may be yours because you can cut it yourself.
Yeah.
And then what happens?
And then she wanted to have sex with me, so I did.
Okay. She wanted to have sex with you?
Yes.
Okay. And so where'd you guys have sex at?
In her bedroom.
In
Her bed.
her bed. In
Yes.
Gypsy's bed.
Yes.
Okay. And so you guys have sex.
Yes.
And what kind of sex? What is sex like to you?
Well, to me, the kind of sex that it was pretty much about 100% consensual. Is what I'm looking for. Yeah.
Okay.
Because she, Obviously, I was the one that was in charge, but she went along with it willingly.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so what did you guys do when you had sex?
We pretty much did all three things. We did anal, we did all of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you had anal sex with her?
Yes.
And then what's the other? I can't guess.
Oral,
Okay.
like I said, all of them. Vagina, all of them.
Okay. Okay. When you say oral, is that you providing oral sex to her and her providing oral sex to you, or is it both? Okay.
Both.
And that happened in her bed?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know if this is the first time Gypsy ever had sex?
Actually, I do know if it is.
Is it or not?
It isn't.
Okay. So she's had sex before she had sex with you?
She's had sex with me. I actually one who took her virginity.
Oh, so you guys had sex a different time than this?
Yes.
Oh, when did that happen?
It was in a what the heck was it? It was a theater.
In a theater?
Yeah.
In Springfield or somewhere different?
Springfield.
Wow, did her mom know?
We kept it from her mom.
Okay. Where did you have sex at in the theater?
It was in a bathroom.
Okay, in a girl's bathroom or boys' bathroom?
She just took me to the boys' bathroom. I didn't have any choice. I just went right into the boys' bathroom. I guess she's okay with it.
Okay. Okay. Was that a year ago, 2 years ago? How long ago was that?
That was back in March.
Back in March of
This year.
Oh, okay. So you were in Springfield before.
Yep.
And did her mom know you were here?
No, I got to meet her mom in person for the first time.
And was her mom nice to you, or?
Yeah, she was really nice to me. And
Okay.
I don't know what it was, but apparently the night got ruined in some way. I couldn't. I was trying to understand what was going on with her mom, but
Kaz, you're so funny. He does talk like he's got something in his mouth. So he did come up 3 times altogether. He came up when he came to the picture theatre, what Gypsy paid for. He came up another time, what he backed out of, and then the third time is when they did what they did to Dee Dee. But when they were at the picture theatre and they were in the toilet and done what they did, Gypsy also told Nick, and I don't know if this is part of the reason why he agreed to help her, because I know he was questioning it. He had spoke to friends, and we've got screenshots as well of where he had spoke to other friends about not wanting to do it. But Gypsy actually told him that she had fallen pregnant. To this day, he still believes that Gypsy was pregnant with, and as do you know what I mean? She wasn't that far, but she'd even told him that they were having a daughter.
What the?
And that she told him that she lost the baby because Dee Dee made her go and get her tube that was down her throat, like the feeding tube. She had to get it replaced at the hospital and told Nick that that's how she lost their baby. But to this day, Nick still believes that Gypsy was pregnant from the picture theatre with their baby.
Oh my
And like
god.
we know ourselves that that's not. Do you know what I mean? You can't lose a baby like that way, but that's what Nick believes.
I just want to say that you can find where she says she's pregnant in the text messages between her and Nick, can't you?
Yep.
Yep.
Because that's, do you mean, I guess it was just more ways to make him do it, because the first time he did come down, he backed out and went home, and it was on his second trip that she paid for it. And I know people are probably thinking, where did she get this money? Dee Dee used to have savings. What do you call them? I'm having such memory. Must be my medication at the moment. But like the boxes that you lock.
Oh, cash boxes. Yeah.
Yeah, but like
Safe?
a safe. Sorry, that's what safe. That's what I was trying to think of. Dee Dee had a safe in her bedroom, and it had their savings money. Do you know what I mean? There was thousands of thousands. I think Gypsy was caught with like $4,000 on her when they caught her, and that was the savings money. So that was the money that Gypsy would take to send to Nick to pay for his bus trips to her and all of the things they were doing. Yet she stole the knife. Go figure.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly what happened.
So did you meet her at the theater?
Definitely.
Yeah, I did meet her, but I was waiting for her for quite some time before I did.
Okay. And then what happened after you guys had sex at the theater?
We went to our movie and watched it.
And then what happened after the movie?
Then I said, my goodbyes to her.
Go buy a store?
No, I said my goodbyes to her.
Oh, say goodbyes to her. I was like, go to a store. Okay, so you said your goodbyes to her, and then you went your way and you went back home. How did you get here that time?
She helped me with the money.
She gave you money?
Yep.
How did you get the money?
She sent it in the mail.
Okay, so was it cash that she sent you?
Yes.
Or, okay, and how much did she send you?
That time I believe it was $400 because she wasn't sure how much I was going to need.
Okay, so she sent you $400.
Yeah.
Okay, and did she send you money this time for you to come?
Yeah.
And how much did she send you this time?
Same number, actually.
400. Okay, and then she just sent it to you in the mail, cash.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, and then so let's go back to the time that you guys just had sex. What do you remember what day that was?
I can't remember the day.
Okay, you don't remember if it was a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Sunday, Saturday?
Oh gosh. If I had to guess,
You don't have to guess. If you don't know the answer, you don't have to give me an answer.
I'd say Tuesday. If I had to guess.
Okay, if you had to guess, you'd say it was a Tuesday.
Yeah.
Okay. Did Gypsy enjoy the sex? Or was she telling you to leave her alone?
No, she didn't tell me to leave it alone.
Okay.
It was very consensual. I mean, she pushed me a little bit away because she wasn't sure how rough I was going to be.
Okay.
But then after that, I reassured her that everything was fine. And after that, she just gave in because she knew that I was not going to hurt her.
Okay. So then she just gave in and just
did
it. Okay. What was she wearing when you guys had sex?
It was a dress. It was like a Cinderella dress.
Okay.
That's the movie we were seeing
Okay.
together.
So she had a Cinderella dress on?
Yeah.
And what color was that?
It was like a lightish blue, and it had white onto it also.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did she have a wig on or no wig? Or what color was her wig?
Her wig was blonde.
Blonde. Okay. And did she have that on when she was in the bathroom?
Yes.
Waiting for you to stab Dee?
Oh, no.
No, she didn't have it on then?
No, she had a different wig on at the time.
Okay. So the Cinderella dress thing, was that when you were at the movies or was that at her? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you were at the movies with her having sex, she had a Cinderella dress on and a blonde wig.
Yep.
Okay. Yep. But when you had sex with her at her house, what was she wearing this time?
It was like a really dark brunette wig. It was pretty long. Right?
Okay.
Yeah.
And what kind of clothing did she have on?
Me and her did it naked.
Okay. Did she have clothes on before you guys got naked?
Not really, because she was in the bath. Remember I told you she was in the bathtub doing that, and she stayed naked the entire time because of it.
Okay. So she shaved her legs and her vagina, right?
Yep.
And then she comes out and then she cleans. Is she still naked when she's cleaning?
Yeah, she did the entire thing. She felt like she was in a rush, so she just did the entire thing.
Okay, did it naked.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you guys decide you're gonna have sex.
Yeah.
And then you go into her bedroom.
Yeah.
Okay, is her bed got blankets on it? Is her bed on the floor? What kind of bed does she have?
It was the biggest thing I can remember about her bed is that it was full, and I mean full of stuffed animals.
Okay.
Gosh.
How did you guys have sex on the bed if there's a bunch of stuffed animals?
We threw all of it off of it.
Okay. Throwing them off onto the floor? Or?
Yeah, onto the floor because there's too much of it on there. I mean,
okay.
It's like the ones that was like part a pillow, but part also a stuffed animal at the same time. You left that on the bed just in case you needed any comfort with it.
Was there was Dee making any noise, or was Dee dead by then?
She was probably long gone by then.
Long gone by then, by the time you guys are having sex?
Yes.
Okay. And so when you have sex, do you ejaculate? Like the semen come out of your penis?
I think I may have like too much, what's the word I'm looking for? Stamina or endurance or something like that, because it takes her a lot to even get close.
Okay, so it takes a long time for you to get there.
Yeah.
Did you get there that night?
No.
Okay.
Okay. Tammy, she had a couple of weeks, and so Dee Dee used to shave her head, obviously because she wanted people to think that Gypsy was sicker than she was. She actually ended up she used to always wear hats or wigs, I guess, to cover it. But yeah, she actually had quite a few wigs. I think it was a wig per personality, wasn't it, Macjay? Didn't she have a different wig for each personality?
Yeah, she did. I think there might have been maybe, they were all different wigs, but I think there maybe one of the personalities was same color hair but different hairstyle. And then there's one we don't have a photo of.
Yeah. Gypsy got stash money from her mother she received from GoFundMe's 𝔱𝔦𝔪𝔢. Gypsy come from being used to become entitled and highly manipulated, in my opinion. Yeah. And her mother taught her that's for, do you know what I mean, to get money that way too. But I do know she used to take money left, right, and centre out of her mum's safe. Even she admitted that. I think it was in her interrogation.
Okay, so you wasn't able to ejaculate?
Not that time.
Okay. Was you, at that time during the movie theater, was you able to?
I got close to, but I wasn't able to do it though.
Okay.
Close.
Okay. Did you get close this time at the house?
No. Actually, I didn't get as close as I thought I was going to it.
Okay.
I barely felt any pleasure, actually.
Okay. All right. Is there a reason you didn't feel pleasure?
I don't know. It's really hard to say. Was the time before, like when I first took virginity, we had a condom on at the time.
Okay.
And I wasn't used to them at all. It was the very first time actually I ever wore one.
Okay.
So by that, it must have like messed me up to where I'm not used to, because I haven't had sex for a very long time.
Right. Okay.
And ever since that time, I pretty much forgot like how to pace myself and all the rest of that.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay. When you say you forgot how to pace yourself, what does that mean?
Meaning I didn't know how to pace myself in a way where I would be able to build up the actual pleasure.
Oh, okay.
And a constant motion.
Okay. 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 So you didn't ejaculate while you were at their house?
Nope.
Okay. So when does the sex come to an end? Like.
Kaz said my mic had dropped. Has it dropped?
I can hear you. Can anyone hear Macjay still? Let's put a 1 in chat if you can hear Macjay.
Hello.
We might have to send you a new microphone.
Yeah, maybe. I'm not using a microphone. I'm just using my iPad.
I can hear you. Can you hear Macjay?
You can hear us, Kaz? Awesome.
Oh, cool. I'm just trying to let it play because it actually does go for 2 hours.
Thanks, Lady Spitfire. Yeah.
We're 51 minutes into it.
How did you determine, okay, we've reached the point where we're done having sex?
I did make her have an orgasm once.
Okay.
And then after that, she might have blew me a little bit. And then after that, I think we stopped because we realized there's a lot of packing and stuff to do.
Okay. And what do you mean when you say blew me?
Blow me meaning like she gave me a little bit.
Okay. Is that putting her mouth on your penis?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so after that, and you guys decide, okay, now we've got packing to do. What do you guys do then after you have sex?
We packed clothes, we packed movies, we packed whatever she thought that we would like need, pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah.
What kind of movies did you guys take?
She took some seasons of like some like TV shows.
Okay. Do you know what kind of TV shows they were? I'm a big TV fan, so I'm just curious.
One was Game of Thrones.
Okay.
What other ones were there? I know she took some True Blood also. Can't remember the other ones offhand.
Okay.
There's more of them I can't remember.
Okay. And so what do you guys pack the stuff into?
A suitcase.
Okay.
Suitcase.
And what color's the suitcase?
It's pink.
Okay. And so everything fits in this one suitcase that you guys are taking?
No. We also took what is it? A backpack.
A backpack? Okay. What kind of backpack was it?
It was black. I forgot what it said. It had something on the back of it. I forgot what it said though.
Okay. All right. So you take the backpack and you pack all the stuff into the suitcase, and then what do you guys do?
And then we finish cleaning whatever else is left to try to get rid of my fingerprints and everything else like that.
Okay. So how do you get rid of fingerprints and stuff? Like, what do you do?
She used a defectant wipe,
Okay.
and she pretty much patted down wherever she thought I might have had my hands.
Okay. And did you tell her to do that, or did she just do that?
She did it because she was afraid of me getting caught, even though I had a weird feeling I was going to get caught, but yeah.
You did have a weird feeling you were going to get caught?
Mm-hmm.
What gave you that weird feeling?
I just had this feeling in my stomach it was going to happen, and it was just thinking it was only a matter of time for it happens. I wasn't sure when it was going to happen. I just knew it was going to.
Okay. All right. Well, you seem like a pretty honorable person, and you love gypsy, so, I mean.
Well, that's the thing. I admitted to the thing is me and Gypsy have cried multiple times.
Together over this?
Yes.
Okay.
And I've told her this will help me for this one. Because it's the truth, it will.
Okay. Well, you're doing the right thing now, so you should at least give yourself credit. Don't be so hard on yourself. Okay. So, you guys get everything packed up,
Yep.
and then she wipes down the fingerprints or whatever. Do you help her?
No, I do not, because I don't want to use any chances of me getting any fingerprints anywhere else.
Okay.
So I let her do the rest of it just so I don't make any more for her to clean, pretty much.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay. Now, in their house, is their house really clean and neat, or is it?
No, it is not neat at all.
It's not?
That was the first time ever in their house, and I can't believe how much the pigsty it was.
Oh, okay. When you say pigsty, what do you mean?
One thing I do got to say is we've seen photos, like the crime scene photos of the house. It wasn't clean, and I've even wondered, and I don't know about you, Macjay, but it makes me wonder how Gypsy actually got the wheelchair around the house, because it was like she was a hoarder. Like, she had so much stuff in that tiny home.
Oh, I agree.
Like, I just don't know.
We can't show those, I don't think.
No, we can't. We'll be able to put them in the Discord for the members, or we'll find a way to see if we can do it. But yeah, it's like a hoarder house. So it's not just dirty. It is just, there was so much stuff everywhere. Just thought I'd add that.
I mean, there was one room where it was hard to even get into the room. How much was in it? Then Dee Dee's bedroom, there was stuff along where the bed is. You got the bed, then you got pretty much where the edge of the bed is.
Okay.
That's where she had all the different things just all over there. I don't know how else to put it, but like, I mean, she might have had like clothing and all different things in there.
Okay. Do you remember ever seeing a Barney doll, or it's like a purple dinosaur?
Yeah.
Where did you see that at?
No, it's not in there. I just when I was in her room. I think that was in Gypsy's room.
In Gypsy's room?
That's what I remember.
Okay. But do you remember seeing a purple dinosaur? The Barney dinosaur or whatever?
Well, I know she did watch it, but I don't know. Oh, wait a minute. I'm thinking about this now. No, I don't remember seeing one now.
You don't? Okay.
No, I don't remember seeing one.
Okay.
I'm thinking about it.
Okay. Okay, so you guys get everything packed, you wipe down the fingerprints, and then what do you guys do?
We get a taxi and we get to the hotel from the taxi.
Okay. Where does the taxi come to?
To the address of her house.
Okay, so you called the taxi, or does she call the taxi?
I called it because I was the only one that had a phone to do it.
Okay, and then do you give them the address?
Yep.
Okay, and so you give them the address and they come to the house. Do you remember what day that was and what time it was?
It was in the morning, really, really like early in the morning. I remember the sun coming up. So
okay, so you guys didn't sleep there at the house where he was at. Okay, so you remember the sun was coming up and you called the taxi?
Yeah.
Okay, and so when the taxi comes, what color is the taxi?
It's yellow.
Okay, and is there a male or a female driving? Man or a woman?
Oh. I'm trying to remember.
If you can't remember, that's fine.
I can't remember.
Okay.
It's
Okay, so do you both get in the taxi with the luggage?
Yep.
And then where does the taxi take you?
Back to my hotel room.
Hotel, and how much did they charge you? Do you remember?
I can't remember the exact amount.
Okay, but then did you pay for the taxi?
Yeah.
Okay, and then you guys get out of the taxi, and then what do you do?
And then we obviously we paid for it, and then we went up to my bedroom, or my.
What room was you in?
At the time when we did this, it was 227.
What was it?
The room number was 227 at the time.
227. Okay, so you go up to the room. Then what happens?
And then we set everything in area to where it was easy to maneuver around the bedroom of the hotel.
Okay.
And then we just relaxed at on top of the bed.
Okay.
We
did you guys have sex again?
We did, but we didn't do it right away.
Okay. Something that we didn't talk about that we probably should is, I've worked cases where people have stabbed people to death before, kind of like this.
Yeah.
And usually when they do, they don't just get cuts, but they usually get blood on them. Like you get blood on your clothing or on your hands, or you know how probably when you were stabbing her was blood kind of splattering a little bit or anything?
I didn't pay attention exactly where the blood. I mean, I could actually see like where the back of the neck was.
Okay.
I could see blood coming out of there.
Okay.
And I could see blood coming off the knife, but other than that, I didn't really know exactly where.
Did you get any of her blood on you?
Yes.
And how did you clean that up?
I didn't even clean it because we were in such a rush. I didn't even clean.
So you had blood on your body when you had sex with Gypsy?
No, I had it on what the heck is it? I actually remember what I wear.
Okay, what did you wear?
I wear a it was like a what the heck is it called? I think I'm not sure if that's the correct term, but I think it's called a spring jacket, almost like. It was black. Okay. And I also had a black shirt on as well as black pants.
Okay. What, did your black shirt have anything on it?
Yeah.
Or just plain black?
It had clowns on it.
Oh, okay. Was it like a band or a...
No, it was they pretty much looked like
beautiful
crazy clowns, pretty much.
Okay. And then you had black pants on?
Yeah.
And what kind of shoes did you have on?
White shoes.
Are those shoes here?
No.
No, they're at the house?
Yep.
Okay. And so you had the black jacket, the clown shirt, black clown shirt, black pants, and tennis shoes.
Yep.
And what color were the tennis shoes again?
White.
White. Okay. Did you have any jewelry on? Any earrings, necklaces?
No.
Don't look like you. You don't have your ears pierced, do you?
No.
No. Okay. So, all right. So you go to the room. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I was thinking, oh, we never talked about that. So
that's okay.
Talk about that. Okay. So you go to the room and you're up in the room and you guys are relaxing on top of the covers. Is that what you said?
Yep.
Okay. And then what do you do?
And then while we were relaxing, we cuddled for a while,
Okay.
and then while we were cuddling, we were talking. But honestly, I can't remember the entire conversation.
Okay. Did you guys talk about your future? What was your plans for your future?
We wanted to have a family together, and we wanted to build a life together and stuff. We thought we really had a chance to do it, so
Okay.
we were happy about that.
Okay. At any time during any of this whole situation that's happened, did Gypsy ever have to be in a wheelchair?
Yes.
Okay. When was that?
That was only when she was living at home.
Okay.
Otherwise, me and maybe five other people knew that she could walk.
Oh, okay. Why didn't nobody know she could walk?
Her mom wanted everyone thinking that she was like 16 the entire time. So, yeah, she felt kind of trapped on a wheelchair when I actually was trying to encourage her to be able to walk more and more and more.
Okay, so she can actually walk.
Yep.
And stand and do everything.
Yep.
But her mom wanted her to use the wheelchair and pretend like she was 16.
Yeah, 16 and disabled, yes.
Okay, so what would she do to pretend like she's disabled?
Oh gosh, I can't even answer that question because I've only been around her one time when she's in her wheelchair.
Okay.
And other than that one time, I mean, it's one of those wheelchairs where it's motorized.
Okay.
And the thing moves fast. But other than that, that's all I really know.
Okay, so she can walk everywhere.
Yeah.
Okay. So when she was with you this whole time, she hasn't had to have a wheelchair.
Nope.
She can walk upstairs.
Yep.
Walk downstairs.
Walk downstairs, upstairs.
Okay. Okay. So, all right. So you guys cuddle. You lay in the bed. Are you talking about having a family then?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you do with your clothes that you had on?
Me and her, we weren't sure how long we were gonna be awake. So we both got naked and we both got really, really intimate and pretty much like snuggled together for a while.
Okay.
And it led to more sex.
Okay.
So,
was you able to ejaculate that time?
Oh,
no?
I had trouble the entire time I was in Springfield.
Okay. Okay. So, where did you do with the knife?
We wanted to mail it.
Okay.
To my house.
Okay. So did you mail it?
Yes.
Okay. Did it come? Has it came yet?
Yes.
Okay. And what did you do with it when you got it at your house?
Well, we were planning on hiding it, so we didn't try to hide it.
Okay. Where'd you hide it at?
It's in my closet.
Okay. In your bedroom in your house?
Yes.
Okay. And so you just, what kind of package did you put it in to mail it to your house?
I believe it's called bubble wrap.
Oh yeah, that clear plastic stuff.
It's like that, but it has a brown,
Where did you get that stuff at to mail it?
Gypsy had that all set up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she had that already all set up. For she had more than one of those to use. She put it in tool.
Okay, and then so she put it in there. Did you write your address, or she write your address?
She wrote it down. I have nowhere that good of penmanship.
Okay, so she writes the address on it, and then you guys mail it to your house.
Yep.
Okay, whose idea was that?
Well, it was actually both of ours because we were thinking about like getting rid of it permanently over time.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
And so you mail it to your house, and who gets it out of the mail? You, her, or your mom, or who?
My stepdad ended up getting it, and he didn't know that's what it was.
What did he do with it?
He just told me that package got to me, and she would walk upstairs with it like everything was fine.
Okay, they didn't even have a clue.
Yeah.
Okay, and so did you take the knife out of the package, or did you leave it in the package?
Leave it in the package.
And then, so you guys decided, oh, we'll hide it in the closet?
Yeah.
Okay, and then, so where did you hide it at in the closet?
The last place that I put it before I came here was it's in the deep corner. I'm trying to see if I can think of my.
Okay, how about this? Like I'm looking at let's say me and you are standing here looking at that, and that's your closet.
Okay. It would be in the deep right corner
Okay.
of the closet.
So if I went in your closet, it would go deep right corner like
Yep.
that. Okay. Is it, and it's still in the package, and the package is not opened?
Yep.
Okay. And what do you mean, like, right before you came here? So did something happen to make you want to move it from one spot to another?
Yeah, so I thought it was not safe where it was.
Okay, so where was it the first time?
The first time it was just on top of one of my shelves in the closet.
Okay.
And it was visible, so that's what made me want to move it.
Okay, and so you just moved it back there?
Yeah.
Okay. And so you did that. So what did you guys do with your clothes?
She didn't really have to worry about anything with hers because none got on her.
Okay.
But for me, I'm
just going to stop. I found a way I can show you some of the pictures of the house so you can kind of see what I meant. So this was Gypsy's room. This is what I mean about the mess and how did they actually get a wheelchair around, because you can see. So these are from the crime scene photos after it.
Yeah, I can see what. Yeah.
I mean, it's beyond just messy. It's like
Chaos.
So it just kind of shows. Sorry, I've been sitting here quietly thinking, how can I show? So without losing us. But yeah, you see what we mean about just how messy the house was. About half.
I haven't even washed my clothes yet.
Okay. You haven't even washed them?
No.
Where are they at?
They're in my duffel bag still.
In your bedroom?
Yeah.
Okay. And what kind of duffel bag do you have? Did we talk about that already? Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry. Okay.
It's okay.
So the clothes is still in the duffel bag in the bedroom?
Yes.
Okay. And your shoes are in your bedroom?
Yes.
Okay. So, okay. So do you guys just wear these clothes on the bus ride? Do you change or?
We did change. I mean, each day, since I had like 3 days worth of clothes, I did change each day.
Okay.
And then the last pair that I had of clothes or outfit, I guess you would call it, I just wear that on the bus and read the bus the entire way there.
Okay. Did you guys ever go to a Waffle House to eat?
Yes.
Okay, because I thought you said that you guys went to Waffle House and eat.
Yeah.
And is that Waffle House close to the hotel in Springfield, Missouri?
It's right next to it.
Right next to it. Okay. And do you remember what day it was that you guys went there, or what time it was?
All I know is really early in the morning, and actually I might even be able to get a time. It was, I would say about maybe like around 8 a.m. I would say.
Okay.
And the only reason I remember this so well is because I learned, not really learned, it's more like relearned it, that she is, what is it? I'm trying to think of what it is that when you are, you can't drink milk. What is that called?
Lactose intolerant?
Yes, that's what she is.
Okay.
Lactose intolerant.
Okay. And so you relearned that at this restaurant?
Yeah, she forgot to warn me again.
Okay, so you eat at that restaurant. Do you remember what you ordered?
I had a what was it? It was like a steak and cheese omelet is what I ate.
Okay.
And I didn't eat really much of anything else that I got on there. I think I had like a raisin toast.
Okay.
Raisin toast, and then what else? I'm trying to think here. Oh, come on. I ate a little bit of hash browns also.
Okay. When you were at that restaurant, was that the day that morning that you guys, or that you killed Dee, or was that the next day, or what day was that?
Gosh, that's the only thing I don't remember. I don't remember the exact day.
Okay.
I only remember the time.
Okay. But would it be fair to say that it was either the 9th, 10th, 11th, somewhere in there?
It's somewhere in there.
Okay. Okay. So, so you did that. What day did you guys leave to come back here?
The 12th.
The 12th. Okay. And that was the whole ticket thing that you couldn't get the ticket.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's talk about this. When did you, when you came to Springfield, you went ahead and got the hotel. Is that right? Before you went, how did you get from the hotel to her house?
By a taxi.
Okay. So you had a taxi pick you up at the hotel and drop you off at her house?
Yes.
And what day was that? Do you remember?
It was in the morning. I believe it was on the 10th, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Yes.
On the morning. So you went there, and is that the day that you killed Dee?
Yes.
At the same time? So the taxi brings you from the hotel to her house. And what's Dee doing? Does she care that you're there?
Well, she is not even aware that I'm there because she's sleeping.
Okay. So do you go into the house, or does Gypsy come outside, or how does
She
that?
let me in.
So, Lady Spitfire, they did read him his Miranda rights at the start, but as we said, she sort of said it in a way to make him think that he didn't need a lawyer. So, do you know what I mean? I guess he just thinks he's telling the truth, but yeah, she's definitely used it against him as well. And then once Gypsy takes her plea deal, they just threw everything at this poor kid.
She let you in the house?
Yes.
Okay. Did you ever go in that shed?
Shed.
There's like a shed on that property?
Oh, no.
Okay, didn't go in there. Did you ever get in their vehicle?
No.
That vehicle there. So you get dropped off by the taxi and Gypsy lets you in.
Yep.
Okay. And when you get there, do you already know that you're going to kill Dee?
I pretty much at that point I made my mind up that it's the only option at that point.
Okay.
So I just went right for it, and I had a latex glove on and something like that.
Okay.
So to try to hide my fingerprints.
Okay. Did you bring the latex gloves?
No, she provided them for me.
Okay. So when you get there, you put the gloves on?
Yes.
Okay. You put the gloves on outside the house or inside the house?
Inside. No, it was outside the house, but as I was walking in, I had them just.
So did you and her talk outside before you went in the house?
I did whisper because it was part of our plan, and she's the one that thought of that part of the plan.
Okay.
I told her to get her butt into the bathroom because that's what she wanted to do, and I reminded her to get to it right away because I wanted to get this over with and get out of there as soon as possible.
Okay. So when you get there, she has the latex gloves or the gloves. What color are they?
They're like it's like a cross between like a bluish green. It's like it's almost like a turquoise color almost. Like.
Okay. So she gave you one glove, two gloves?
Two.
Okay. So you put the gloves on, and then what do you do?
After that, she hands me the knife, and then I take care of the rest.
Now, does she have gloves on her hands when she hands you the knife, or not?
Her fingerprints are on the knife.
Her fingerprints will be on the knife?
Yes.
Okay. Because she didn't have gloves on then, huh?
Yes.
Okay. So she hands you the knife.
Yes.
And then what happens?
Then she goes straight into the bathroom, locks the door, and she waits for my signal to let her know that.
Yes, Lady Spitfire, that's what we said as well. Like, Gypsy got a whole lounge in her room and everything, so she actually lay down and had a sleep and 1,000 conversations to everyone talking. Nick was put in this room for 12 hours in the handcuffs. Do you know what I mean? He would have been scared, and yeah. And this is why it was... Sorry. Go.
I was just saying, just the atmosphere that they put each one of them in is like there's a big difference between them.
Yeah. Most definitely. And this is why we're saying he didn't get a fair trial. He wasn't treated fairly. And do you mean they did have an expert, I know, get up at the trial and talk about autism, but they didn't take into account his conditions either.
Nope, they didn't.
Everything's clear.
And the signal was the 3 knocks
And
2 scratches.
Yes.
Okay. Now, did you make her shave her legs and her vagina? Did you tell her that you wanted her to go in there and shave her legs and her vagina?
I think it was a combination of both of us.
Okay.
I mean, I wanted her to.
Right.
I'll be honest, I did want her to.
Okay.
But I think she wanted to do it also because she wanted to make sure that she pleased me, made me happy.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So, what kind of sex do you like? Like, what kind of sex do you like to have? Is it sex like that's where it's the hugging and kissing sex, or is it the sex where it's a little bit rough, or is it the sex that you are really violent?
Me and her, that's the thing is, I'm glad you actually asked me that because me and her have been experimenting between those, pretty much all 3 of those sexes.
Okay.
And the only thing is that she knows I would never hit her.
Okay.
So even with like me getting really, really rough to where it may hurt, she has gotten better and better at adjusting to it.
Okay.
To the point she actually enjoys it.
Okay.
So yeah.
When you say really, really rough, what does that mean?
Meaning almost to the point it's violent kind of rough.
Okay, so I can't assume or guess anything. So when you say violent or rough, is what happens to make that like that? Like, are you biting her? Are you punching her?
No, I would never lay my hands on her.
Okay, are you choking her? Are you pinching her?
No, I would not pinch her either.
Okay, see, I don't understand what it is. You have to explain it to me. What rough is?
I didn't even bite her at all. Actually, not for a long time. That is. Now I'm trying to think of how to explain it. It was pretty much to the point where I would use all my force into her, pretty much. That's the way to put it.
Like thrusting into
Yes.
her? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So would there be any reason that she would have bruises on her arms or her legs?
Yes, because she wanted me to mark my territory.
Okay, mark your territory.
Yeah.
She asked you to mark your territory?
Yeah, she actually, it was the first time.
You know it's okay if you're the one that asked. You don't think that there's no crime there. If you're the one that's wanting to do this and she's agreeing to it, there's no problem with that. So there's no need for you to don't lie to me and say she wanted it if she didn't. It's okay if you wanted it.
I know,
Okay.
but I'm just telling you how it actually was.
Okay.
Which was the very first time she whispered in your ear that was a turn on of hers is biting.
Okay.
And that's when I bit. What part of her was it? I though, because oh my gosh! Because I only remember I bit her twice.
Okay.
The first time I can't remember. The second time I can remember though because I bit her a lot harder the second time.
Okay.
However, she seems to still enjoy it even though it was really hard.
Okay. So we were going to talk about how she got these bruises on her arm and her legs.
Yeah.
How did that happen? When you're marking your territory, how are you marking your territory?
Well, when her arms and bruises. The one see if I can remember exactly where one was. One was right here. This is where I bit her. I know for a fact. It's like on this side.
Okay.
If I'm thinking correctly.
Okay.
Yeah, it's on that side. It's permanent.
Okay.
And then I think I was trying to give her hickeys on her body as well.
Okay.
That's the other thing I was trying to do.
Okay. And how about her knees or her legs? Why would there be any bruises there?
It must have been because she was crawling on the ground when she was trying to clean up everything. That's actually where that came from.
Okay. Did you make her crawl on the ground? Was that a turn on for you? Or
at first I asked her to do it because it was a turn on.
Okay.
And that is a turn on, but after that she just did it because she found it easier to clean because she was at perfect eye level to be able to find all what she had to clean up as quickly as she could.
While she was naked?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, yes.
Okay. All right. So, just so we understand each other, like if you tell me that you made her do something sexual, that's not going to bother me, okay?
Okay.
So be honest with me.
Okay.
If that's a turn on, if the things we talk about is a turn on and that's how something's happened, that's okay. We can talk about that, okay?
Okay.
So just like that with her knees, you told her to do that, right?
Yeah, at first I told her to do it because I always thought it was something that would be a turn on, and when she actually did it, it did turn me on.
Okay. Do you think it would be a turn on to have sex with her mom? No? Okay. Because I think one of the things that she might have said was that you had mentioned that you'd like to rape her mom.
Yeah, at one point I was thinking about it.
Okay.
I did actually mention that I was thinking about it, but then I changed my mind because I felt bad for just the whole situation of having to kill her mom in general.
Okay.
So I decided to just kill her quickly.
Okay, kill her quickly. How long do you think it was that you were stabbing her?
Maybe 5 minutes, maybe.
Okay. And did Dee ever get an opportunity to punch you or hit you or anything?
She was trying to grab onto me, but I was able to get myself free to finish.
And I think you said that she had a nightgown on or something like that. Yeah. Did she have any panties on?
No.
Okay. And how do you know she didn't have any panties on?
Because that's the last thing I saw before I got off of her body. And
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So was you actually physically up on her body when you were stabbing her?
Yeah.
Or was you standing on the side of the bed? Like if this is the bed and she's laying here, how were you on her? Can you
I was not actually like on the side of her.
Okay.
I was actually on top of her, which made it a lot harder for her to resist.
Okay.
Yeah.
So are you like straddling her or how is that?
That's pretty much what it was. I was actually on top of her back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And when you're stabbing her, you're stabbing her with one hand or two hands?
One hand.
What do we say? Okay, one hand. Okay. So was she wiggling? Like trying to get away from you or?
Yeah, she did try to put up a fight. Yes,
okay.
She
Did you tell her who you were or did you say anything to her?
Well, yeah, actually I did.
What did you say?
The thing was, it was like a different form of myself though.
Okay. It's not like how you are.
The thing is that I don't know if she told you, I don't know how much she told you about me, but the me you're talking to right now is my normal good self, and that's the reason I feel the guilt I do.
Okay.
But the one who actually did all this, the thing is, the good side of me, originally refused to do it.
Okay.
And that's the reason why it was instant that it happened right away.
Okay.
Because my evil side is what actually did it.
Okay.
And
yeah, definitely.
what was it? The one thing he said was, "You're dead to me." Is one thing he said.
Who said?
That part of me said.
What's that down?
I was just saying this is definitely where the multi-personality part comes into play.
Yeah, he did think that he had multiple personalities, but everything I've watched of him or the interviews I've seen of him, I think it's more he doesn't understand his feelings. So every feeling has a personality to him. So when he's happy, that's one personality. When he's upset, that's another one. I mean, when he's mean, that's another one. If that kind of makes sense. That's how I worked it out. Do you mean his autism and everything is very clear that it's out there, but he wasn't actually diagnosed with multiple personalities, but he does talk about it all the time. She did groom him. Yeah. That's what I mean. If it wasn't Nick, it would have been somebody. There would have been someone that she would have got to do this.
Definitely.
Because she didn't have the balls to do it herself, basically.
Yep. Master manipulator.
Okay.
My evil side of me said.
Okay.
And he said something.
No, I want to know what you said. Was you saying anything to Dee?
No, I didn't say anything to Dee because that side of me wasn't me.
Okay. Did that other side say something to Dee?
Yeah.
What did that other side say?
The other side, that's one of the things that the other side said was you're dead to me. That's one of the things.
Okay. What else?
Oh my gosh, there's so many things and I can't remember them all though.
Was you just saying them? You know, some people sometimes just ramble.
No,
Okay.
no, I didn't ramble.
Okay.
But, I think one of the things he said was stop resisting, you know you're dead.
Okay.
I think that's one of the other things he said.
Well, it's you that's saying it.
I know, but it's the thing is that I have
You just got angry.
more than one person inside me. There's actually multiple personalities of myself.
Have you been diagnosed with that?
I probably should be diagnosed with it because it happens. The thing is, I used to take medication because I used to hear voices in my head.
Okay.
And it went away, then it somehow went as part of myself.
Okay.
So
Does Gypsy know that?
yes,
Okay.
she does know that.
Okay. Because some people use that as an excuse to cover up for the bad things that they do. So if that's what you're doing, that probably
No,
isn't a good idea. That's not being a man and standing up and doing what's right. If you're gonna do
Well, that's like I said. I told her I would have my part of me you're talking on, my good part of me. I refused to do it. And I told her either.
Well, is the good part of you what got you on a bus and brought you to Springfield, Missouri to kill Dee?
Well, it was it was to actually see her, but as for the killing part, that was solely my evil side.
Okay.
Solely.
I agree with you. That was your evil side. But I don't know. I mean, your evil side was with you when you made the decision to get on the bus and come to Springfield,
I agree
Missouri.
with you on that. I
Okay.
do agree with you on that.
Okay. And your evil side was with you whenever you decided to clean up your blood from the house.
Yeah.
Okay. But you didn't kill Gypsy, so your good side must have been there too, because you didn't kill Gypsy because you love her, right?
Actually, it's because the Gypsy likes to call her more. I'm guessing her mom didn't really know about this side of her, but she has an evil side of herself as well. She likes to call her Ruby. That's what she likes to call her.
Okay.
But one of the things he said to her is never get between me and Ruby, is what he said. Because I guess that there's more than one of the sides of each other that is in love with each other. So I got one side of her, his name is Kitty. It's like a little girl inside of her. You got another one called Candy.
Wait a minute, is this like some kind of sex thing that you guys do?
No.
Okay, so when you guys have sex with each other, are you Nick and she's Gypsy?
Pretty much, but the thing is that we don't remember. Sometimes we might not remember, but the thing is I've only experienced my evil side coming out one time to actually do what happened.
Oh, okay, so this is the first time you experienced the evil side coming out, was what you did on that night. Okay, so your evil side hasn't came out before and caused you to do anything?
No, nothing like that. No.
Okay, just this one time.
Yep.
Okay. And how old are you again?
26.
26. So in 26 years, your evil side never came out and hurt anybody or did anything else except for on this night.
Yep.
Okay. All right. I want to talk to you a little bit about some of the ways that you guys communicated. I know you said that you communicated on that Christian website. Then you guys communicated on Facebook. And then did you say you communicated Yahoo in your text messages, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So one thing that I do know is that there were some Facebook posts put on that were kind of explaining that somebody got hurt. You kind of know what I'm talking about on Dee's web or Facebook?
Yeah, Dee's and Gypsy's.
Facebook. Okay, so who posted those things on there?
I didn't even know the password, so she's the only one that knows it. It's only she could post it.
Okay, do you know what they say?
I read it, but I don't remember what it said.
Okay, so you didn't post them on there?
No.
Okay, did she post them on there?
Yes, she did.
Okay, why did she do that?
I think she wanted to speed up the process.
Speed up what process?
The process of the authorities getting involved and everything else.
Okay. Did you know she made those posts before she made them?
She kind of surprised me with it.
Okay, and how did that happen?
She showed me it just after she posted it. I'm like, what the heck? And she kind of freaked me out.
Okay.
And I didn't do anything about it, obviously.
Did your evil side come out then?
No.
No? Okay. So you, she posts them. Are you in the same room with her when she does?
Now, this is where, and it's just, again, my opinion, is why she posted them was to get the IP address to pick them up at Nick's house. That's why I believe she done that. Now, we have nearly an hour to go. I might stop it here and we can do a part 2 tomorrow, because we are going to be doing our catch-up live starting tonight. Hang on. I'm going to
Get that time stamp.
stop screen sharing for a second.
126.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're at 126. I'm just going to get the link for tonight's live. 2 seconds.
Well, we got over halfway.
We did.
You've been out now at the same time with you released if you had pled guilty.
Okay, so I'm gonna.
Thank you, Ozzy. I'll be back tomorrow. Please, Bitcoin.
So I've just put the link in for tonight. So it's only gonna. What is it? 5. So in 2 hours' time, it's just going to be our catch up. What we're going to start, and we're going to be doing every week. So it'll be back here in 2 hours, and then I'll set part 2 of this up for tomorrow. And we'll come back and watch the other hour. But other than that, I want to say a big thank you to everybody who has come. A big thank you to Macjay for joining me again. And yeah, other than that, we'll see you all in a couple of hours.
You will. And once again, don't forget to check out Vale Media's channels. I'll just put that up on the screen one more time. Val Hammer, my apologies, Val Hammer Media.
Yeah.
Go
over there, give him some subs. He's only like 500 or something, so he really does need the subs so we can help monetize him. Just give him a few likes. If you want to watch it without our interruptions, then you know what I mean, you'll see it all there. But he has an amazing channel, and it's definitely worth popping in and seeing him. But other than that, I'll see you all in a few hours. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, guys.
There's too much that's going on, I don't know what to do. Paralyzed by options in this world, can't pick and choose. Yeah, everybody's life is on display, including you. Yeah, I feel every day is just the same, stuck in a loop. I need some variety, I'm sick of this anxiety. I'm sick of this society, they make us feel a rivalry. Compare ourselves to others, but we all got different mothers. We were raised in different structures, so we're different, it's no wonder, yeah. I just want a great life, something where I feel like I just didn't waste time. Something I look back and say that was a great time. Cause man, I just hate when the years pass by the wayside. Yeah, lost inside, and I need a little time to find who I am in this life. I will find a way to feel alive. I'm so lost inside. Time to find who I am in this life.
watch out now, I figured something out, what this whole life's about, yeah. It's not the goal, it's the journey, wasted emotion is worry, I'll stop being in a hurry, and I'll just enjoy what I'm doing, keep pushing forward and moving, appreciate the improvement, yeah. I was so stuck on a goal, was losing sight of my soul, need to enjoy getting old, and be so present, I don't know if there's a heaven, but I know I wanna get in, and sometimes I feel a presence, energy in a direction, so I follow intuition, it took me to a musician, now I'm on a different mission, to help others with afflictions. Now I'm not lost.